Well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael does life. Oh, Michael. Hello? 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 All right. Here we are yet again. Tough discussion. Very little has changed from 24 hours ago. We're 20 days away until Starfield, a game that's 25 years in the making. What more can I tell you? You know what I mean? I am blown away by the Starfield channels, which I won't mention who they are, but there are at least 3 or 4 Starfield channels out there, and I have no idea what they're even talking about because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about, yet you see them putting up brand new videos. They're 15 minutes long. What do they have to say? Because, quite frankly, this game's dead. Sorry, but right now, as of this broadcast anyway, this game's dead. Now, hopefully it changes as soon as next week. But I can't, I can't come out here and talk about this game. I mean, we will, because we're this close to launch. It's literally launch month. I can't not talk about the game. But I'm just telling you that these are tough discussions, tough streams, because there's nothing new to chew on. There's literally nothing new to chew on. So, for a game that's 25 years, and like Dreamcast Guy said, this is what he said. It's pinned in the chat, and I agree with Dreamcast Guy. I'm banned from Dreamcast Guy's channel. Nonetheless, I agree with what he has to say here. Starting marketing for the biggest game weeks from launch is wild. Laugh out loud. Best of luck to them, though. Hopefully people hear about this game someday. And I think Dreamcast Guy is right. I think the way they're approaching this is abysmal. Quite frankly, it's a disservice to this game. And if this were only on PlayStation, I can tell you one thing right here and right now. The marketing would be much better. And people say it doesn't need to be marketed, and it's like, oh, Michael, you just had the Starfield Direct. Yeah, 2.5 months ago. 2 months and 1 day ago. Whatever the fucking time was. We got gameplay 2 months ago.
It's over!
Who's going to sift through that gameplay? It's like 45 minutes long. The normies aren't. You're not selling your game.
Official Super chatted $5. Just because we love world class. Best at what he does.
Yep. Yeah, I know it's a tough conversation for a lot of people. Are sensitive about Starfield in here. I didn't realize that. I thought we had a Starfield hater club in here because that's what we had 3 months ago when I talked about this game and I shilled Starfield. I came out here and I said, look, these are the points. Creation Engine 2, next gen only, Game Pass day one, more dialogue than any other Fallout game. 4 major cities, bigger than anything they've ever done before, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I put that out there, and then people said, how much did Bethesda pay you? You're such a fucking shill. This game's going to be trash. Todd Howard's a liar, this, that, and the third. And now, here we are 20 days away until launch, and they can't hold the conversation, not string together a coherent sentence. And not only that, but they are playing contrarian. I don't have the game pre-ordered because there's no reason to pre-order the game right now. But, of course, if previews came out next week from major publications and said, hey, we played 5 more hours of Starfield and it was fucking unbelievable, well, that would raise my hype levels. I'm sorry, but 2 months ago was 2 months ago. I can't get hyped off of 2 months ago fucking Starfield Direct. That's 2 months ago. I already seen it. There ain't nothing new there. We're literally here at launch month and they have nothing to show for outside of a Q&A on fucking Discord. Stupid. Just stupid. You know, this is not an established IP. No one's listening. So we got to reiterate this garbage on a daily basis because it's unfortunate that no one listens around here. It's the only channel where this happens. Everyone else can just sit around and blab and be monotone as possible, and everyone listens. You know, they suck it up like fucking. But this is not Zelda. You know, people bring up Zelda and say, "Oh, Nintendo didn't market Zelda." They didn't have to market Zelda, first of all, because Zelda's been around for 30 fucking 5 years. Second of all, they showed more gameplay of Zelda than they have Starfield here. Because if you go back and watch the Nintendo Direct where they showed off Zelda, it was a continuous gameplay segment. And they walked you through it. They showed you the features in real time. It wasn't just, hey, here's 3 seconds of gameplay, and then we're going to cut to Todd Howard, and then we're going to show you 4 more seconds of gameplay. That's not gameplay. There's too many unknowns about this game, and there's just not enough. I'm sorry, it's a disaster. Right now, anyway, it is a disaster. I'm sorry. And anyone saying otherwise is full of crap. I mean, we have to wait until next Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever that Q&A is, to get more info on this game. Pretty much. Unless they got a surprise trailer up their sleeve. It's ridiculous, bro. This is a game that's 25 years in the making. You're not understanding this. Oh, it's Bethesda. It's Bethesda. The Bethesda that you once loved, how do you know they're still there? You know, we've seen this time and time again. Rockstar is not the same Rockstar. You know, that's what the narrative is anyway. Rockstar's not the same Rockstar. How could you believe that the Bethesda of 2011 is the same Bethesda of 2023? Because Todd Howard's still there? What if he's the only one that's still there? And a few other key players. Is it really still the same Bethesda? You know, you have to start questioning yourself and asking yourself, is this game really going to be all that fantastic? Is this game going to be all it's cracked up to be? And I'm not trying to doom and gloom out here. I'm just telling you the reality of it as it stands 20 days away until launch. I'm buying the game. One way or the other, I'm buying the fucking game. That's what I'm telling you right here, right now. I'm not buying the game. I'm buying the game. But I think a lot of people are just going in because they need something new to play and they need something big to play. And this is apparently supposedly a big game, and it's Bethesda, and it's this, that, and the third. Well, yeah, it's on Game Pass day one, but who gives a shit if it's on Game Pass day one? Because the impressions, you're not understanding this. The impressions, the reviews, blah, 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 that's all coming before the fucking Game Pass arrival. So it won't even matter by then. Because if the reviews are trash or they say, well, you know, this game has potential, but there are a few technical bugs that hold it back or some fucking shit like that, well, then now it's going to look a little bit different. We're not getting it, and I can't have this conversation out here. So luckily today, there is a THQ presentation to get our minds off this fucking shit because there's too many sensitive losers in here that can't handle a real discussion about this game. It's as if they fucking worked with Bethesda to make this fucking game. I don't understand the childish mentality of that. You know, I just don't get it, but maybe it's not for me to understand. Nonetheless, we're going to be more than likely reacting to the THQ Nordic showcase here. So, and they might have more to show than Starfield. So let me see when this THQ Nordic thing takes place. I think it's the top of the hour. We're lagging already. This is not good. We might not be able to react to it. THQ Nordic. 1:30. Oh, that's an hour from now. Well, that's a little longer than I had hoped for, but we got 51 minutes until the THQ Nordic. I want that off. We got 51 minutes until the THQ Nordic showcase. We will be attempting to react to that if the computer can handle it. Well, there's more. This is a fact. I don't care if you disagree. Okay, I don't care if these callers call in and yap for fucking 2 hours straight. Doesn't mean they're right. Look, at the end of the day, there is literally more continuous gameplay from Spider-Man 2. There is more continuous gameplay from Mortal Kombat 1. There is better marketing for Call of Duty. Better marketing, of course, for Spider-Man. I can't name one other game. Armored Core 6 has more gameplay than Starfield. I can't name one game that is in the same boat as this. I can't name one game that is in the same boat as this right now. And you guys will give it a pass because, well, it's Bethesda, it's a respected studio, it's Todd Howard, it's this, that, and the third. First of all, I thought Todd Howard was a liar. Second of all, I thought Fallout 76 destroyed Bethesda's reputation. What happened to those narratives? Oh, now they're not in here. Now they're not in here because they're going to play contrarian to what I think. You know, it's just a bunch of fucking baloney. And when I'm right, I need everyone to apologize or else you're going to be banned. Okay, it's as simple as that. Because I'm tired of being right, and then you come back when it doesn't matter anymore, and you say, oh my God, I should have listened to this guy. This game is trash, or it's fucking boring. You know, it's just ridiculous. Why do you think they have nothing to show for? Because they don't want to show you. I'm not even going to discuss it. If you can't figure it out, I don't know what to tell you. The same thing happened with Battlefield 2042, and they showed that shit out here too. They said, well, if you don't like what Battlefield 2042 has to offer, they have this feature called Battlefield fucking Portal. They were literally arguing. I have the stream still, and I can unlist them, and you can see the stupid idiots shilling fucking Battlefield 2042 when I told them EA wasn't showing gameplay for a reason.
Official Straw super chatted $5. I will carry the show with my Todd Howard Starfield bucks. Sony isn't showing up to Gamescom and it's so damn sad.
Well, they don't need to. They got Spider-Man. That's a lot. See, you guys aren't getting it. Spider-Man is a guarantee. You already know what that's going to entail for the most part. Insomniac has proven themselves. Spider-Man 1 was a hit. Spider-Man Miles was a hit for the general consensus. And as such, you know that Spider-Man 2 is not a question mark. Starfield is a question mark through and through. There's mystery surrounding the game just because of the nature of the game. But in addition to that, we don't know about performance on Series S, performance on NVIDIA cards, so on and so forth. And is it a technical buggy mess? Have they really figured this one out more so than previous games? Because, again, Skyrim at launch was a disaster. Skyrim on PS3 was abysmal. So, and, you know, things have changed tremendously. It's been so long since that game came out. But if they're coming out of the woodwork to tell you that Starfield is you know, the least buggy Bethesda game, well, now they've already set themselves up with major expectations, and we're hoping that it's not a buggy nightmare. See, this is the problem. This is what happened with CD Projekt Red. They ran their mouth, and then they couldn't fulfill what they initially promised. And now you put those expectations out there, and if it doesn't fulfill them, then you're screwed. And obviously, people can't get in line in here, okay? They can't figure this out. I don't know what to tell you. It's not that hard to figure out. I'm not saying the game is going to be trash, but there's too many question marks this close to release. And, of course, I'm not the only one that feels this way, so maybe you should go watch some other shows because this little bubble over here needs to fucking get smartened up about all of this shit because I'm going to tell you what it said. Dreamcast guy has the same opinion as me. It's in the pinned chat right here. It says, starting marketing for the biggest Bethesda game weeks from launch is wild. Laugh out loud. Best of luck to them, though. Hopefully we hear more about this game someday. Hopefully more people hear about the game someday. And, you know, that's the reality of it. You know, it is, a lot of the Starfield is going to be through word of mouth. But that's only if the game is good. No one's going to advertise the game if it's trash. I mean, they'll say it's trash just like they did with Redfall. And look how that went. Yeah, all we can say is W in here. I am done with it. I'm tired. Daily, coming out here, trying to have conversations with people. And these people don't want to reciprocate. They don't want to fucking conversate with you. It's like talking to a brick wall. When we know you can type paragraphs out. We know what you're capable of, okay, buddy? There's no reason to type out fucking one little fucking word. And when we open up the lines, you got a bunch of nonsense callers. No one can discuss this, or someone rambling over you for 45 minutes straight. You can't have a discussion in here about this. You can't have a discussion in here about this because you guys don't want to have this discussion. I know it's painful for you guys that bought the fucking $200 edition. I get that. I don't want this. You have to listen. I don't want this game to be a fucking flop. But there's too many question marks right now this close to launch. It's launch month. They have nothing to show for until this Wednesday. And even then, we don't even know how that's going to ultimately turn out. So it just could be a total disaster, and we're going to have to wait and see. All right, let's go ahead and open up the lines. We're going to be reacting to the THQ showcase in about an hour or so. And I'm gonna
Snurf super chatted $10. How much is Sony paying y'all? Great take, very intelligent.
Okay, buddy.
Starfield is gutty, keep crying snowy girls. Fake gamers didgeridoo gamers.
Whatever, dude. All right, let's go ahead and open up the lines. You guys can't follow it. You guys can't follow it. You know, it's like, well, I single-handedly dismantled Cyberpunk 2077. You know, they still don't recognize that. So it's like, whatever, dude. Whatever.
It's over!
Rainwater super chatted $10.
Rainwater coming through. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it. All right, we're opening up the lines right now. 818-824-4937. We're also going to be reacting to the THQ Nordic Showcase. So I'm sure they have more to show for than Starfield. So it's going to be interesting. So the THQ Showcase is in about an hour or so. The lines are open. Dial the number, and you could potentially get on the air if you're not blocked. 818-824-4937. The number is on the screen. Keep it related to Starfield, or we'll move on to the next caller. Thank you. If you do not want to discuss Starfield, then do not call in. We're not discussing Rockstar games today. We're not discussing Red Dead Redemption. We're discussing Starfield. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah, hello,
Look,
you're on the
man,
air.
Dreamcast guy is a meth head, Sony pony. Okay.
Yeah, but let's hold on. Yeah, but what? It doesn't matter. Look at what he's saying and ask yourself: is he wrong?
Look, I don't like the way he talks.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the guy itself. I'm talking about what he said there in that tweet.
But okay, but so when we hear people speak, we also have to see what they look like to see how full of shit they really are, right? And
well, that's superficial.
He looks like the Quiznos mascot.
Yeah, I know,
man.
but you're okay. You're not serious. I'm moving on to the next caller. Thanks for calling in. Dreamcast guy has me blocked. Okay. So I'm not even his biggest fan. But I'm trying to be fucking dead ass here, and you guys aren't following it. So maybe get a job or something. It's a Wednesday. It's a Friday afternoon. You know, you should be at work anyway. So we're waiting for the THQ showcase. Thank God that's going to save us today because you guys obviously can't go 12 rounds with this conversation out here, and you just want to sit around and fucking pretend like this is some big fucking circus act. It's not, buddy. Okay? It's not a big fucking circus act. But your mother on the fucking trampoline, though, I tell you what, that's a big fucking circus act. So the lines are open if you want to call in. If not, we're just going to wait until the THQ Nordic Showcase. I've already exhausted my opinions. You guys obviously can't follow it. You can't agree with it, and that's okay. I don't care. But it's funny how all of you agreed, and said Todd Howard was a liar, and Fallout 4 was trash, and Fallout 76 was a disaster. When I was shilling this game 2 months ago, whenever it was. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, Michael?
Yeah.
I went ahead. I bought the $100 edition Starfield. I mean, listen, you know it's going to be pretty good, at least.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a possibility it could go either way.
I mean, they're throwing too much stuff at it right now. They got Phil Spencer putting his mouth where it is. You got AMD. You can just tell that it's going to be a somewhat different kind of launch. They're not going to cater to everyone because they all have a voice online to go ahead and release additional gameplay. They're not going to play by our rules. They're going to do what the feds is going to do, and that's stick to their plan. Whether or not they succeed, I have a feeling that they will. It just feels different. It doesn't feel like a Redfall launch.
I can't hear you. You're too muffled. I can't understand you. So next caller. Hello, you're on the air. Sorry, I couldn't understand what he was saying. I had to move the wheels. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. We're done. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, why you hanging up on me, bro? Let's go, baby. Why you hanging up on me, bro?
I'm not hanging up on anyone.
Yeah, you did. I told you that, the quiz.
Oh, yeah. Because you were insulting Dreamcast guy, and that has nothing to do with the discussion here. You're not being serious.
Yeah, yes, I am.
You're doing a fake voice.
No.
I'm sick of the bullshit. Just agree or don't. Just agree or don't. That's the conversation right here, right now. Just agree or don't.
Okay.
Just spit it out. You're not going to offend me if you disagree. Jesus Christ.
Pose the question. What's your question, Mike?
Well, we're moving on to the next caller. You're not ready. Hello, you're on the air.
If you think Bethesda is poised to make a great game, then you're a fake fucking fan. They have had a decade of fucking shit, dog shit, and I don't care about Fallout 76, all right?
Right.
Fallout 4 was a fucking betrayal to anyone who ever liked that series, whether it was from being developed by Interplay, whether they like Fallout 3, whether they like New Vegas, whether they liked Oblivion or Elder Scrolls. It was fucking a shooter with Minecraft elements. So what is there to look forward to about this game?
Well, 1,000 plus planets. I mean,
I know. I played Elite Dangerous. I've played No Man's Sky. It's very easy to copy paste. You know, Bethesda has always had shit cities. Have you seen like any of the cities in Skyrim? Solitude. They say how big it is before launch, and you go in. It is literally four accessible buildings, and like a population of maybe 20 people.
well, and that's what I was asking people. I said, well, what sets this game apart from every other space game? And I don't know if this game has one thing.
They don't even know what makes it different because they're not fucking showing anything. That
is a good point. Yeah.
At this point in Skyrim's development cycle, we knew everything about that game. They had the entirety of the first quest. It was like a 50-minute fucking showcase video.
Yeah.
So what the hell are people smoking?
It must be very strong. And that's what I've been saying too. It just doesn't add up here, you know. And again, this is a new IP. It's not like it's another Fallout game. It's not like it's another Elder Scrolls. This is brand new. 25 years in the making. You would think the push would be even harder, but it's actually less than Skyrim.
And I think that's why Phil Spencer was so depressed in that podcast a couple months back. Because
man, that was bad.
He obviously knows, you know, what's coming down the pipeline a year or 2 years in advance. And if you know, stuff isn't where. If he could have been more optimistic and said, "Yeah, I know we lost with Redfall, but we have a lot of good. We have a bright future." But there's no hype. There's no excitement. There's nothing. Like, this is fake. This is a fake game.
Well,
this is like AI generated game. Like if you put into ChatGPT, hey, make a mix of any game that an early access Steam game, it would go, okay, let's take, it's No Man's Sky, but you can talk to people.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's what I said. I said, well, you know, if Bethesda wasn't on, if this was just some other developer, I wouldn't even be giving this the time of day because it does look generic. I'm just going to be dead ass. But you know,
the thing is, it's No Man's Sky with Bethesda's writing.
Ugh.
Did you play Fallout 4? Bethesda's writing is fucking dog shit. Why would I be excited for Bethesda's take on, you know, it's not. It's all going to be in the exploration, what the actual moment to moment gameplay, and the way that they're toting this with the thousands of planets or whatever, it doesn't bode well because they don't shy away from copying and pasting.
Yeah.
As with Radiant AI and Radiant Quests and you know, they're not. That would be the first time that they were like, "Yep, we're all done. We have an AI that generates quests, or we have an AI that generates planets, and you go there, and it's like No Man's Sky. You can go and look, and that's all you can do. You go and look. There you go. So I don't know if Bethesda even knows how to hype up this game. It's their own thing. They don't even know how to do it. So what the fuck am I supposed to be excited for?
Well, apparently they did it 2 months ago, and that was it. I guess that's the be-all, end-all. If you weren't convinced 2 months ago, I guess that's it. I guess the game isn't for you. That's what the fanboys are saying. They're saying, well, you know, we had a major comprehensive look at the game 2 months ago, and they showed it off then. And if that's not convincing you, then this game maybe isn't for you. That's what I'm being told.
It didn't, like, I remember watching that as it was happening and going, can you please stop cutting away to people sitting in chairs and talking about the game and just show the fucking thing like you did with Skyrim, like you did with any of, remember the Oblivion making of, and oh my God, there used to be some camaraderie there. It used to look like they just don't have it together. It's the corporatization. The only thing that Bethesda had was that it was like a group of people that felt like they liked playing games and liked making games. And when you take that part out, Bethesda has nothing. Their writing is terrible. Their games are buggy. It relies on mods. And I think I don't mind that. I don't mind a game that relies on mods personally. But that you can only do so long. You only play something like that for so long before you're like, all right, I'm done. I've had my fun in this sandbox. And the way that they tried to, incorporate crafting and shit with Fallout, that's going to be in this thing, and it's just going to be, oh, go grab this so you can make this, go do this so you can do this. It is soulless, completely soulless.
Yeah, I mean, just the color palette of the game, the kind of it does feel pretty corporate compared to,
Jeremy Soul's out. I don't know if he was in any part of the development of this game. I actually like the theme of like the main theme that they play for the trailers of this thing. I think it's good, but you took Jeremy Soule out. That was Bethesda. It's like taking Mick Gordon out of the Doom thing, which they did, and that was another Bethesda game. They're experts at fucking taking the things that people like out of their game. You look at Fallout 4, you look at Fallout 76. That's only 2 games, but that is the past decade of their content.
Yeah, and that's why people are skeptical.
I'm skeptical. I literally have zero expectation. So that is, I guess I would say a good opportunity, because it's a Game Pass game. Like, how is this going to pan out? I don't think that they're confident. And I wouldn't even say that if it was a different studio and I knew that they were capable of making a good game, like Cyberpunk when that was getting hyped up. If there was no hype cycle behind that, if they had 1 or 2 videos and they had the reputation that they did from, the Witcher series and stuff like that, I would still at least say, all right, that could be really good. I didn't see much about it, but they're putting their heads down and they're working on this thing, and when it's ready, it's going to be out, and I have confidence that it will be good. Bethesda has had a fucking terrible decade. So the fact that they're not showing anything, it's like, and it's on Game Pass, and it's fucking Bethesda of all things. It's like, all right, they must really not know what to say about this thing. I mean, and you hear about all of the troubles that it had during development. I mean, like, the game's been in, if it's been in development for 25 years, it's probably a fucking mess.
Yeah, well, and it was supposed to be out last November. You know what I mean? That makes it even worse.
That is another thing. That happens to all these fucking games.
Yep.
It's like, if you need to delay a game for, it's either a really short amount of time or like over a year, like that, then there are some huge problems. Because if it's a year long, or if it's a short term delay, like a month, they are like scrambling to get this thing playable. If it is a year, they are trying to turn the entire ship around, and 1 year is not enough.
Yeah,
and that's happened time and time again.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like, I don't know what people. It's like they're in a trance from Todd Howard or something. Everyone's already pre-ordered this, and it's like, did we not learn from Cyberpunk? Did we not learn from these big disasters? I mean, it's just like, it's peculiar.
It's all people who fucking look at the meme on YouTube. Like, these people started with Skyrim.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started with Skyrim. They started with Fallout 4. They started with these games that were basically dismantling what made Bethesda good, the charm. And Oblivion had every character looked terrible. There was 4 voice actors, but there was at least some semblance of, and I guess you could even argue that Oblivion was the beginning of that, with the simplification and gutting out the role-playing elements from your role-playing game, and then you eventually end up with something like Fallout 4, where it is a first-person shooter with fucking Minecraft and nothing else. You make your character's appearance, and that is it. It's not like New Vegas. It's not like Skyrim, where you're making a character and you are role-playing the character like you were supposed to. That is what I play a Bethesda game for. If you don't have that, then you have a mediocre shooter where you can talk. Poorly written dialogue. So the more I think about it, the more I just don't care. So maybe it's good it's on Game Pass, because if it's a failure, it's no loss. But that's kind of the way it looks like it's heading. So I am not excited.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well. I mean,
anyways, move the wheels.
hell yeah, bro.
Get some folks on. Bye.
Thanks for calling in. There we go. So maybe it is a maybe Xbox acquiring Bethesda. Maybe that's the saving grace here for this game. Imagine if it weren't on Game Pass. Hello, you're on the air.
What's up, bro? Low key, what's good?
Yeah. Low key in the house. What is going on?
What's up? Hey, listen, man. Damn what that other guy was saying.
Oh my God.
Okay? I'm serious, dog. You know, it's just like, dog, when this fucking game drops, everybody's going to be sounding different, bro. It's like,
really?
What are we doing?
Really? You think it's gonna be that pop? You think? I mean, it's gonna be popular, no doubt about it. But you think it's gonna be that well received?
Dog, do you think it's the weight that's killing us?
What?
The waiting for this game. Do you think waiting for this game? Do you think that's what's happening to us in this caller?
No, there's
shit?
just there's too many unknowns. I mean, had Bethesda laid it out a little bit better, I mean, had the marketing been a tad bit better, in my opinion, I don't think we would have this sort of skepticism and concern. I mean, they should have shown us, getting on the ship, landing, going to a different planet, doing a mission, telling us how this plays out differently. Like, show that in real time. Don't cut. Show it in real time. And now they're still, because they did it that way, and I don't know if it was Todd Howard's decision or not, probably not, but because they did it that way, it leaves big question marks. We don't know a lot of things about this game. I mean, obviously a lot of hardcore nerds have tried to put the fucking thing together. Someone's already mapped out the whole fucking game.
But that's what we do. That's what
that's nerd shit.
Fans do. That's what we do.
They've already activated the Nexus mod page for Starfield. They already got mods up for it.
Because the fan community is getting ready for the biggest game.
Okay, what about Fallout 76? What about Fallout 4 and the fake choices? I mean, come on.
Dog, that caller yesterday, I forgot his name, dog. But
he went on for 45 minutes. He was an Xbox fanboy, bro. He was an Xbox fanboy.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he
is.
Of good games. He said he was not a fanboy. He has a
that's what he can say,
and a Series X.
Yeah.
Well, he's just a fan of good games, Michael.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Bethesda wasn't always exclusive. Okay, people used to love Bethesda until they picked a side. Bethesda picked the side.
It has nothing to do with the console wars. You guys are making it into the console wars stuff. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay, Michael. But
because this game was announced before it was exclusive. It's not like this game was announced and then we already knew it was.
And people were excited for this. People were waiting for
this.
They were waiting.
Yeah,
for
but they
next
didn't
breath.
unveil this game until June 2022. We didn't know anything about the game until then, at all.
I know. I know.
Okay,
It's
well,
the same thing.
yeah, and it was supposed to come out. It was
Elder
well. Here's the
Scrolls.
thing, dude. They delayed this game 1 month before the actual unveil of it. Think about that. That's ridiculous, bro.
Good.
That's
Because they
horrible,
can't
dude.
afford. No,
It showed
Michael,
that
they
Phil
can't
Spencer
afford
said,
it.
"Let's pump the fucking brakes
Michael,
on this because this shit ain't fucking ready." 1 month before
Michael,
you even show it off, they delay it, bro. You
they
don't remember
could
that, do you?
not.
In 2022.
Yeah, I do. Dog, that broke my heart. That broke my heart.
Well,
Dog,
you
that
already
day,
knew the train
don't,
wreck. You already knew what the
dog,
train wreck
that
was
day,
coming right
that,
to your face.
so
You knew
Michael,
this is gonna.
they didn't want. Dude, listen, man. I'm trying to tell you that
Yep.
they pumped the brakes because they cannot afford any more mistakes.
So what did 12 months
I
allow?
respect that.
What did the 12 months allow them to do then? Polish it up?
Bug fixes, play testing. Dog, they've probably been playing this damn game frontwards, backwards, sideways, trying to
Yeah.
break. They're trying to break the game. They're trying to add and see how many mods they can put on before it collapses like a house of cards. Dog, people are doing shit with this game already, bro. This is Bethesda, bro. Todd Howard compared this game to Skyrim in space, bro. Do you hear what he just?
Yeah,
do
and
you
they're not
hear
even
the
marketing
words?
it towards the Skyrim fans. How are the Skyrim fans
Dog,
going to
they
give a
didn't
shit about
market
this?
Skyrim either. If you know, you know.
That's bullshit.
If you love Bethesda,
There's been more gameplay of Skyrim at this point. We're 20 days away until launch. They have nothing to show for outside of 2 months ago.
dog, what you have to have is you have to have knowledge of how Bethesda operates.
Yeah, but at
do.
QuakeCon 2011, they showed off Skyrim. And Todd Howard played the game on stage and walked you through the whole game.
But then, Michael, the game wasn't coming out in 2-3 weeks. It wasn't coming out in 2 to 3 weeks then. Dog, we're literally just a few days away from the goddamn game being released to the whole world, bro.
And they have nothing to show for outside of a Q&A. Come on, bro. How can you not see this?
No, but you're judging the Q&A before it even happens.
Because
the Q&A could be, dog, the Q&A could be comprehensive. You don't know. The Q&A could literally be so comprehensive that you have no more questions left. And then what is going to happen on Michael Does Life? Because this is what this fucking channel is to me still. Michael Does Life.
Okay.
What's going to happen
How is it not? We're covering
will
Starfield every day, and you can't handle it.
Will the attitudes change when this damn game drops? That's what I want to know. Will people just start believing in Bethesda again once this game drops?
The game is going to have to speak for itself. I mean, look, the marketing could be shit and the game could be good. I'm not sitting out here saying that this is set in stone to be shit. But you have to understand the concern from a lot of other people, and it's not just me. Everyone puts it on just me. And it's like, dude, literally I quoted Dreamcast Guy in the chat. I don't give a shit what you think about Dreamcast Guy. I'm telling you, there's a lot of, and it's not fanboyism. It's not console fucking bullshit. No, it is not.
No, it is.
Well, it isn't for me because I don't give a shit about consoles.
Michael, listen to me. I'm agreeing. There is a lot of negativity out here.
It's not negativity. It's concern. Well, some of it is negativity. Some of it is just bullshit.
It's because Bethesda picked a side in this war. Dog, it's like the goddamn North versus the South. This is like, dog, this is a literal war online. Now, it's not in real life because nobody...
Dude, it is not. What are you talking about, bro?
This is listen, Bethesda picked a side, okay? And now since...
Well, they were forced to. I mean, they were forced to.
No, they weren't forced to. Dog, Bethesda has been working with Microsoft since Morrowind, bro.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but you can't tell me that they wanted this to be only on one ecosystem as opposed to on multiple platforms like PlayStation. I mean, do you know how many potential customers they are losing with it not being on PlayStation 5? Millions, and I mean millions.
They didn't have a choice, dude.
Exactly. That's what I just said. They didn't have a choice. That's what I just said. They didn't have a choice.
Bethesda was on the verge of bankruptcy, dog. That's why they had to make an online game to keep bringing in yearly revenue. They had to bring in revenue, so they made that bullshit 76.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that bad when I played it. I thought, what's everyone complaining about?
Hey, that's just how it goes on the internet, man. When you become a meme, you're a meme for life.
I don't know what that means.
It means if you fuck up, there is no coming back. There is no
It's over.
man's sky. There is is none. There's no such thing, dog.
What is
When
that?
you, when
What are
you,
you
when a game
saying,
releases,
bro?
Triadic Bus super chatted
listen,
$5.
dog.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you got to
maybe
say
I'm
it
going
again. I
over
Calm
your
can't.
head.
down a little
I don't
bit.
know, man. I
You're
don't know.
acting out.
The
Men
only thing
holding
that I'm saying
hands.
is when
Men
this game
holding
drops,
hands.
the
Men holding
whole
hands. Men
conversation is
holding
going to
Well, let me
hands.
ask you this:
Men
what do
holding
you think? What do
hands.
you
Men
think? This
holding
fucking stupid
hands.
super chat.
Men
What do you
holding
think this is going to
hands.
get on
Men
Metacritic?
holding hands. Men holding hands. Men holding hands.
I don't
Men
care.
holding hands.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
Men
not what I
holding
was.
hands.
That's not what I'm
Men
asking.
holding
What
hands.
would you
I'm
say?
sorry.
I'm gonna
Men
say. I'm gonna
holding
say
hands.
max
Men
score
holding
is
hands.
88.
Men
Max score
holding
is 88.
hands. Men
Okay.
holding
Yeah,
hands. Men
I can see
holding
that.
hands.
But you have to.
Men
But you
holding
have to understand
hands.
what the console
Men
war shit.
holding
If it does
hands.
get an
Men
88, they're gonna
holding
say it's a
hands.
flop.
Men holding hands. Men holding hands.
Well, I
Men
mean,
holding
the people.
hands.
What about
Men
the
holding
user
hands.
score?
Men
That's the one
holding
that I look
hands.
at.
Well, Baldur's
Men
Gate 3 has
holding
an incredible
hands.
user
Men
score.
holding hands.
Well,
Men
there you
holding
go. I'm gonna
hands.
go to
Men
see what
holding
see
hands.
the
Men
Steam
holding hands.
charts,
Men
and
holding
I don't go
hands.
off
Men
Metacritic. I
holding
don't care what the
hands.
critics
Men
say.
holding hands. Men
I care
holding
what the
hands.
people say.
Men holding hands.
Well, who
Men
cares at that
holding
point? I mean, you
hands.
guys should be
Men
playing
holding
this.
hands. Men holding
Oh, I'm
hands.
gonna be
Men
playing it.
holding hands.
Yeah.
Men holding
Matter of fact,
hands.
I'm
Men holding
even moving my
hands.
console to
Men
New
holding
Zealand
hands.
to
Men
play
holding
early.
hands.
Oh yeah,
I don't,
right.
Men
I don't
holding
fuck around,
hands.
dog.
Men
I
holding
don't fuck
hands.
around. But what
Men
I'm saying
holding
is,
hands.
dog, I
Men
can't wait till
holding
this goddamn
hands.
game to drop so people can just start changing the narrative.
Well, there's
That's
no.
all.
I'm not following a narrative from console fanboys. If what you're saying is, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying, look, I find it peculiar. There's not a big marketing push here for this game, and people argue there is, and it's like, yeah, they put fucking Starfield logo on a gaming chair and Starfield logo on an AMD graphics card. Cool. That's the fucking bare minimum. And I understand we're still 20 days away. They are obviously going to ramp the marketing up. It would be asinine for them to not do that at least some point within the next 20 days. But I like someone said, I think, if you aren't convinced from the Starfield Direct 2 months ago, then that's it.
Michael, listen, as a longtime Bethesda fan, all I could ask for is just let me know more about the lore. That's it. I don't
Well,
wanna,
they did
I don't
those
wanna
they
see
did
any more
those animated
gameplay,
trailers about 2 weeks ago.
and I was hoping those would keep coming so people
Yeah,
can.
well, that's what I thought
can
too.
get
Well, I thought, okay, finally the marketing campaign's going to really start here. They're going to kick things into a different gear, and then every week going
Right.
forward, we're going to get something new. And now it's been completely silent since those anime trailers. And granted, those anime trailers
Right.
pulled in millions of views, which is surprising. But
because people are lore hungry. They're lore hungry, Michael.
it
And
doesn't
wanna
matter.
know
You're
more
advertising
about,
the game to the people that already bought it. It's pointless.
but
Let
listen,
me ask
I'm
you this:
gonna learn-
how are they going to convince the casual Skyrim fan to give a shit about Starfield?
Dog, I didn't give a shit about Baldur's Gate, but now it's on my wish list, and I'm waiting for a sale. Maybe like 20%.
Yeah, but
30%.
Baldur's Gate 3, that's different because Baldur's Gate 3 had a demo for 3 years.
I didn't play it. I didn't.
It doesn't
play the
matter.
demo.
It
I never even
existed.
heard of
It doesn't matter. So there was no unknowns about Baldur's Gate 3. You had a taste. You had a sliver. The first chapter of Baldur's Gate 3, early access for 3 years straight. It wasn't some big fucking unknown. This is a big unknown. This is why people are
I
concerned.
didn't know about it.
Well,
No,
I didn't
I did
either.
not
No,
know
I
about
didn't either. I'm
Baldur's
not
Gate
saying that. But I'm saying is, you're
until
not
it
understanding,
became a
though. It's different than
phenomenon.
Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 has had a playable sliver for 3 years straight. This is not playable currently, and there's still too many unknowns.
Dog, you can't give a vertical slice on something the size of Starfield. It's just like, bro, that's wasted effort on something that doesn't even, that's not even.
Okay,
gonna
you're telling me
matter a month
Bethesda
from
doesn't
now.
want to sell copies of this game? That doesn't make sense. They want the casual Skyrim fan to
Dog,
buy
they've
this shit.
already sold copies. Do you understand?
Yeah,
them
it's
being
number
on
4 or
Game
5
Pass,
on Steam.
they
I get
already-
that.
Listen, Michael, on them being on Game Pass, that's already an install base. They already got millions and millions and millions and millions of people that's going to play it already.
Yeah, but no, that's not true. Because if the reviews come out and this thing fucking bombs, no one's playing it on Game Pass. The numbers are going to be terrible.
You think people wouldn't even try it? You think people wouldn't even download it?
No.
Come on, man.
If
Bro,
if
come
it's
on,
the
you
next
think
Cyberpunk and it's fucking a buggy mess and it needs more time in the oven,
people
word of
love
mouth
to
is
see
going to
train
spread,
wrecks.
and no one's going to play it on Game Pass. I mean, not no one,
Michael,
of course.
you know people love to see train wrecks.
Oh yeah,
If
well
it's a
well
train
hey,
wreck, people-
that's the only reason why I installed Redfall.
Right.
To see how
So you're
terrible it
proving
was.
my point, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
This
weird.
game is already
I'm not the
sold.
normie,
It's
so
sold already. This game is sold already. If it sells one more damn copy, that's just more to the coffers, bro. More to the coffers. This game is sold already. Michael, I just can't wait for the goddamn game to come out.
No, I mean,
so people can stop doing it
I
here.
can't wait either. I can't wait either. But you have to understand, like, the game is going to leak. And I think that's what needs to happen. Well, exactly. I think that's what needs to happen at this point. In the next 2 weeks or something, like, this game's going to leak. Someone's going to leak gameplay. And you know, maybe this will convince people that are still on the fence and get more people even hyped than they already were. So, you know, it could be a good thing. If Bethesda's not willing to showcase it for some reason, then the game will eventually leak because there are physical copies. As soon as they do away with physical copies, the leaks stop happening. Because there's no way to leak into that.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for the energy to change. That's it.
Well, there's plenty of other channels. There's plenty of other channels that will tell you what you want to hear. There's Starfield Lite or something. I don't know. There's like 4 dedicated Starfield channels. I mean, you know, you guys can go watch them if you want positive energy. I'm just, you know, I'm buying this game regardless. I've already told you I'm buying it as soon as possible. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I have no reason to. There's no reason to pre-order it now as opposed to 2 weeks from now.
Because it's sold already. The game is sold already.
Well,
they
I don't
already have an install base.
It doesn't matter if the reviews are trash. It's going to hurt the game one way or the other.
Dog, them reviews ain't gonna be trash, man.
Oh
no
my
way.
God, bro!
I'm jinxing it.
Look at exactly, yeah.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. God damn. But hey, I'm gonna move the wheels, man. Cause
Hell yeah,
you know
bro.
it's a good day, man.
Hell
good
yeah.
day. But
all right, 818-824. The THQ showcase is going to be starting soon. We're going to be reacting to that if it works. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, this low key guy is hilarious. He says, you know, in your conversation with him, he's like, "Oh, you have to understand how Bethesda operates," and then he says, "We have to believe in the company," and then he brings up Fallout 76. Then he says, like, "You're a meme, and you're a meme for life, and there's no coming back from that." Well, which is it, bro? I got fucking whiplash over here listening to your fucking ass. Which is it?
Well, you'd have to talk to him.
Fuck me. He quit no son! He quit no son!
Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937.
Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Yeah.
Man, I tell you that that last caller, he's gonna have a rude awakening. I feel. I've been It's Matt, by the way. I've called in a couple times.
Yeah, you called in
just
yesterday.
Just wanted to give some people a reality check here. You took down Cyberpunk. I think they got to remember that. I think we have to keep reminding them that. Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red, they could do no wrong. They marketed the hell out of the game, and it still came out of dumpster fire. And this is the thing that people need to start reading between the lines. Starfield could come out, and it'd be awesome. A matter of fact, I hope it's awesome. There is not one person on the gaming community except diehard fanboys for PlayStation that wants this game to fail. Nobody wants this game to fail. But the warning signs are all there. The red flags are there. We are 20 days. We're about to be in the teens. You're going to have another stream or something next week maybe where you're going to be saying 15 days or 17 days, whatever. We're in the 20s. We're in the 20s. And there has been no new showcase, no new trailers, no nothing. And then that last caller, he made a comment about the Q&A. You know what the Q&A is going to be? It's going to be a wall of text, and that's it. There's not going to be any videos. There's not going to be any like developer interviews. It's literally going to be held on Discord. We'll be lucky if we get a picture of the developers that's doing it. We know who they are, but that's how bland it's going to be.
Well, yeah, and they spent so much time showing like who made the game at the Starfield Direct, and it's like, well, that's fantastic, but man, I like I said, you know, I wish Todd Howard would have walked, you know, like he did Skyrim at QuakeCon in 2011. There's footage of it where he's on stage playing the game. And, you know, I just would have appreciated that more. Imagine had we seen a seamless thing where he's going from spaceship to planet, you know. I mean, it's just like, how could you fumble the football like that? Tom Brady's throwing you the football, and the receiver fails to catch the football. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. When you cut around your game, and again, 25 years in the making, this game was supposed to be out last November. When you're cutting and cutting and cutting, sure, you could argue it's for the new generation. They don't want long-form fucking content. They'll get bored out of their mind. But nonetheless, the Starfield Direct was like 45 minutes long to begin with. You can't tell me that that's it. You can't tell me that that's enough, because that's bullshit. You have to convince the casual Skyrim fan why this fucking matters. That's the narrative that they should run with from the makers of Skyrim. Boom, an all-new fucking epic adventure set in space. First new IP in 25 years. This is a brand new IP. They bring up Zelda and they say Zelda wasn't marketed. Zelda's been around for 35 fucking years. It's Nintendo. And plus, they showed more gameplay of Zelda in the Nintendo Direct than they have here in terms of a continuous gameplay session without fucking cuts. It's ridiculous. There's more gameplay of Armored Core 6. All of these games come out later than Starfield.
Yeah. I mean, hell, look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre coming out in like 5 days.
Yeah, I've already played that.
Test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm excited for it. It looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Is my expectations through the roof? No, because you know what? We saw the game.
Yeah.
We know what it is.
Yep.
It's an isometric horror game.
Yep.
It's not going to be this end-all, be-all of every game. And you know why? Because they put trailers out and they showed gameplay. And they said, hey, if you like this kind of game and if you like this kind of horror setting, this will be for you. And if you don't, well, it's $40. So there you go.
You get you've gotten a full understanding of what that game is, what it offers, and who it's for. Starfield, again, big question marks still surrounding this game, and there shouldn't be, in my opinion, 20 days from launch. It's ridiculous. The first new IP in 25 years, the biggest game from Bethesda, arguably the biggest game on Xbox in a long time since Halo Infinite, and they have very, very, and I mean very little to show for outside of what they showed for 2 months ago. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yes, and here's the funny thing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming to Game Pass. So not only do they have the information out there,
yep.
Hey, if you don't even have to pay the $40, it's on Game Pass. Give it a try, and if you don't want to play it, don't play it. No skin off our back. Now, granted, they can say, well, Starfield's coming to Game Pass. Yes, that's true. But here's the difference. Texas Chainsaw Massacre has footage. It has like 15-minute. They released a tech test, and that's why I've been telling people these are red flags. Red flags, just like with Cyberpunk. In your old Cyberpunk breakdown videos, a lot of these viewers must not remember the old days of your channel. But when you would dissect their little gameplay videos and you would show pop in and you would say that the NPCs look like there's something wrong. You did all that, and everyone else, oh, it's 3 months from launch. Never mind, the game got delayed 6 fucking times. And then, by the way, it was delayed 20 or 15 days from launch. They delayed it 20 days out, like very close to a launch. And then not just to mention that, you had people saying when the leaked footage came out, wait for the day one patch. Wait for the day one patch. Cyberpunk was getting Call of Duty level fucking updates, and the game would still not run. That's why I'm not getting Phantom Liberty. Why would I play that garbage? I'm not, but this is the problem. This is the issue with the gamers, man. They keep buying this shit. That guy on the last call, he said he pre-ordered the $100 edition. You know why they keep doing this stuff? If you keep buying it, man, you got to stop buying it. You're telling me, and people saying, oh, September 6th. I'm so sick of hearing that damn release date. The damn game comes out this month, August 31st or September 1st at midnight. That is the launch. That is the launch. Okay, it's September 6th for Game Pass and the $70 edition. Okay, cool. But the game comes out this month. And this is what I'm saying. You're telling me people can't wait 1 day into early access? When Hogwarts Legacy came out, I didn't buy it till it was 3 days into early access. And there was plenty of footage of the game out. And you know what? I was like, okay, this is something I like. I like the setting. It looks good. Is it for everyone? No, but there was gameplay footage of it. And I'll be real, Michael, I really do hope to God that Bethesda and Microsoft are not planning on using the 5-day early access as the marketing. Because if that's the case, then to me, this is going to ring a sad future for the Xbox brand and for Game Pass, because then that means every first-party game going forward is going to be marketed so poorly, because you know what they're going to say? We'll release the game on Game Pass day one. Hey, but you want to play it 5 days early, pay us $100. You could play it 5 days early. They did that with Forza Motorsport. And you know what they're going to do? If they're going to let the 5-day early access, that'll be the marketing. Because people get online and they'll scream, hoot, and holler, make videos, all this stuff, kind of like Baldur's Gate 3. I heard about it through your channel and through other people's channels. You get all these people on here, and I'm going to tell you this. If that's Xbox long-term strategy, they're fucked. They're fucked. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot give big-ass games 5 days, on word of mouth. Like, there's got to be marketing. There's got to be trailers. And really, like, I said it yesterday, I don't want to see advertisements. I don't want to see 2-minute clips of, clipped out, curated gameplay. You know what I want to see for marketing? Just like they did for Skyrim. Show us a Radiant Quest. Show us a Radiant Quest. You know what I mean, Michael?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what I think they should do. Even they could even regurgitate the Starfield Direct and chop it up with a few new scenes in there. I mean, just something, man.
Yes, and because you know what, I want to be proven wrong. I want to be able to look at this game and tell my friends, hey, look at this clip. And literally, Michael, it could literally be 10 minutes just taking down a bandit camp.
Yep.
A space mining outpost. You don't got to go on. You don't got to look at the lore. Have it be like, okay, we're going to use starting guns, starting gear. We're going to have God mode on. We're not, if you really are so scared about spoilers, just have it be, just let me see uninterrupted gameplay, uninterrupted. And by the way, people giving Skyrim, saying that Skyrim was, this is, I'm kind of swapping here, and I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here for Bethesda.
Yeah.
People get shitting on Skyrim, saying, oh, Skyrim was this, Skyrim was that. First off, let me remind people, it was made on the PS3 and Xbox 360. That shit was old. All right? I was in second grade when that fucking console come out. I'm 25 now, so people got to chill out with giving that generation of games, giving them shit on that. They were messing with old technology, and it was awesome that they even got the shit to work to begin with. So when people give Skyrim shit, remember the game was made in 2011. That's over 10 years ago on Xbox 360, PS3 hardware. So we were lucky we even got it working to begin with. With that said, Bethesda, they made Fallout 3, Oblivion, Skyrim, and Obsidian Entertainment made Fallout New Vegas on the 360 PlayStation 3 hardware during that generation. That's 4 games. Bethesda, the mainland Bethesda Marion, or Maryland, whatever the fuck, they made Fallout 4 during the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 generation. They made 1 game. Fallout 76 was handled by a different studio with Todd Howard's oversight. People have to get that shit right. If you're going to come to the table, know your damn facts. So they made 1 game during its console generation.
Yeah.
Now we have Starfield. We're pretty still new into this console generation. So I think we'll get Starfield, and at the end of this generation, we'll probably pick up Elder Scrolls 6. But here's what I'm saying. They have had, since from what I've read during, Todd Howard's interviews, they've been working on this game since 2015, 2014. Now, does that mean that they've actually been working on it since then? No, people got to calm down with shit. that means they were just talking about it. They probably were having talks for 2 or 3 years, figuring out the story, what's it going to look like. And then they started, going into pre-production. But here's the thing people got to remember. There was a leak, I believe it was on 4chan or Reddit, where a developer came out and said that the flying is bad, that the developers at Bethesda are worried about the game becoming the next Cyberpunk. And by the way, in that leak, he listed off cities that were in the game, like Sidonia, that were not known to the public yet. And he got that right. And people say, oh, well, this guy was a fake leaker. And, there's an actual place on Mars called Sidonia. Oh, really? And this is what I'm going to say. You go around LA, who in the hell is going to know that there's a place on Mars called Sidonia? No one's going to know that except the game developer. When you have a game developer coming out saying, hey, we're worried it's going to be the next Cyberpunk. No wonder Xbox gave it a year delay. And I need to rewind the wheels here. You know what other game Xbox gave a year delay to? Halo Infinite. And look at that dumpster fire. 343 suffered massive layoffs, and they're no longer hiring, and the game is dead. Halo Infinite's dead. And they had a year delay. And so either way, come August 31st, whatever your time zone, September 1st, whatever it unlocks, we're going to find out. We're going to find out how this game is. And I think we're going to find out before then because of leaks and all that. And then when that leaked footage comes out, now, I'm not talking 30 seconds of leaked footage. I'm talking 5, 10, 15 minutes of leaked footage. If that leaked footage is buggy, and I mean buggy, it's over.
Yeah, it will be.
There's no day one patch that's going to fix it. There's no day one patch that's going to fix it. Okay, it might fix some bugs, but it's done. It's done. We've seen it with Cyberpunk. That's literally a repeat, man. These gamers, and you know what? I'm not watching the chat right now, but I know when I get on here talking to you, the chat's like move the wheels, do all this. They can all calm their tits because you know what? At least I'm calling in, keeping this shit going.
Yeah, and we appreciate
and
you,
I'm
Matt, for doing it.
Facts here.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
And this, well, and here's the thing, Michael. I'm glad you have a platform for people that are real in this. That's real and have studied this stuff and are paid attention to it at least, so that we can clear the air here. That last caller, and I'm saying this, man, if you're listening to me, you need to listen to me now. Pump the brakes because you are going to be disappointed. You've got to calm down. And here's the thing. I want the game to come out. I want it to come out and be awesome. I want it to get a 95 or 96 on Metacritic. I want people to say this is the return to form from Bethesda. But here's the thing. I have been let down by gaming for the last 4 or 5 years now. I'm immune to it. I haven't pre-ordered the game. I'm not going to until I see leaked footage. And for people who don't want to see leaked footage, I encourage you, go and look for it, man. Go and look for it, because you don't got to see the ending, but just find a quest, see the gameplay, and people will sit, and that guy, one of the comments, he said, oh, if the game is trash, you don't think people won't download it on Game Pass? No. The moment I found out Redfall was a dumpster fire and I saw the gameplay video of it, I didn't download it. You know why? Because that sends analytics to Microsoft that game got downloaded. And I don't want to be an extra number to give them a reason to keep producing that type of shit. And no one's talking about how Arcane Austin or whoever made Redfall is on the potential chopping block for Microsoft Game Studios. No one's bringing that up. They're keeping that kind of hush hush on the back burner. But I don't know, Michael. What's your opinion? What are you thinking right now? I've done a lot of talking, and I'll catch my breath. But what are you thinking with everything going on? The callers you've had today. What do you want to see? What's going on in your head with this?
Well, like you said, I think some people do need to pump the brakes a little bit. I'm not saying cancel pre-orders. I'm not saying you can't be hyped for this thing. I'm not trying to, ruin anyone's fun. Okay, look, you guys choose to be here. There's plenty of other shill channels. If you want to go hear someone tell you what you want to hear and, get the hype train going on this Starfield stuff. And I'm hyped for it as well. Regardless, I'm buying the game, good or bad, I'm buying the game. I'm playing it. Like, that's just the reality. I got to cover it. And I'm genuinely hyped for it. But with that said, I do feel like people need to go in cautiously optimistic and, for the reasons you mentioned, because it's kind of bewildering that we're this close to launch and, they just don't have anything outside of merchandise stuff in terms of marketing. I mean, that's basically the extent. A fucking logo on a product, and that's it. And it's like, well, 25 years in the making, from conception to final product, supposedly. And it's just, I don't know. It's a sad situation because I think if this game is great, if it is that fantastic, I think the marketing will be one of the things we look back on and say, wow, this is they could have did so much more if it is that damn great,
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Who knows? Who knows? It could come out and it could get 1.5 million people on launch playing it, Steam concurrent numbers. We don't know. We have no idea. And that's the thing. I hope to God this game's going to be awesome. I hope Bethesda's learned.
Yeah, we
I
need
hope
something to
Xbox
play.
has learned.
Yeah, we need something to play with
Yeah.
meat on the bone. And, Bethesda, a veteran studio, Todd Howard, you know, this theoretically could be a great recipe, but there's a lot of question marks and there's a lot of skepticism for good reason. And, 2 months is the last time we've seen gameplay with the Starfield Direct. And ever since then, it's practically been radio silence outside of a few tidbits here and there. And again, all we're getting next week, seemingly, what's been officially announced anyway, is this Q&A, which I don't think is going to offer much new insight into this game.
Yeah. Well, and I talked to you yesterday, and I said I think it's going to be 80% about the developers' personal lives, and I can't wait to hear questions like, "Well, what made you want to get into game
Oh
development?"
my God, bro, dude! If it's like that, oh.
Yeah, and I'm telling you. Now, here's how it should be. It should be 80% about the game, 20% about the developers.
Yeah.
I'm glad these people love their passion, whatever. I don't care.
Well, they've already had their
the
spotlight in the direct. I mean, they literally asked the developers in the direct, like, "What's your favorite moment of Starfield?" And people said the ending, and they already did that whole developer spotlight thing within that direct. And I chopped all that footage out in the gameplay you're seeing. This is from the direct 2 months ago, but I chopped out all of the talking head segments, and it took me a little while to do that. So there was a lot of cutting back to Todd Howard, cutting back to a team member talking about the game. And again, I just feel like the marketing is just, good or bad, whichever way the game turns out. I feel like the marketing is just going to be not, I don't know. It just to me it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Here you have a product, brand new IP from Bethesda in literally 25 years. That's over 2 decades. And this is all we have to show for a Q&A on Discord. I mean, it's just like the most underwhelming marketing. And they'll argue, well, this is how Bethesda rolls. This is what they've done in the past. But again, Elder Scrolls has been around for decades. Fallout's been around for decades. Those are established IPs. People aren't understanding this is a brand new IP. This is a brand new thing from Bethesda. That's why, arguably, they should be pushing this even harder. Because, yes, the hardcore Bethesda fans are there day one. They've already pre-ordered this shit. They know that they're there day one. We get that. They don't need to market it for them because they've already sold it to them. They were going to buy it regardless of whether or not they showed off anything. You have to market this to the general Game Pass consumer, the general casual Skyrim fan. And so far, because Skyrim is arguably their most popular fucking game, and I just feel like they're failing in so many ways. And it's like, well, if they don't want to market this game, I mean, maybe they know this game isn't. I mean, if you watch this Starfield Direct, if you go to the Xbox channel, watch it in 4K. It's available in 4K. If you watch the Starfield Direct in 4K, you will literally see the frame rate down to the teens. There's something wrong with the frame rate in this game, and that is a lock for launch. There's no fucking way that they're going to be able to fix that. The frame rate in certain areas in this game is abysmal. You can literally see it within this gameplay. I'm not trolling. You go to the Xbox channel, watch it in 4K, and it's stuttery in certain areas. Not every area, but in certain areas, this shit don't look right. And it's been consistent for 2 years straight. First Direct, June 2022, and then, this year's Direct 2 months ago, June 2023, that consistent frame rate issue. And I'm not saying that makes or breaks the game, but clearly it shows that there are going to be technical issues. Now, to what extent, we don't fully know. But if people are anal about frame rate and stuff like that, well, you're going to probably have some roadblocks to be it's clearly present, and if you want to dismiss it, that's fine. But I'm going off of what they showed, and that's the latest. So.
Yep. Well, and here's the thing. Here's what you're going to get in opposition to that. Wait till the day one patch.
Oh.
You know it. You know what's coming. You're going to have them saying, "Oh, day one patch," and I encourage people, if you even care about gaming. People say, "Oh, you don't have a life, you're an incel." Or I'm not meaning like this towards you, but just gamers in general. People will always say, "Are there incels?" They don't. This is a hobby of mine. I'm passionate about it. You know why? Because I love playing good fucking games. I love playing good games. People say, "Oh, well, Rockstar doesn't have to market their games." Okay, one, it's Rockstar, so the game is going to be good. Number two, they have established franchises. GTA has been around for over 20 years. Red Dead Redemption, over 10 years. What would be a surprise if Rockstar came out and said, "Hey, we're making Bully 2. Okay, well, when was the last Bully game on
Snurf
PS2
super
and the
chatted
original
$10.
Xbox? Okay,
Great
I would
takes, very
expect a little bit of
intelligent.
marketing for
Go
that.
tell
That's an
Jim
older
Ryan
game.
about your
It's been
issues,
out of the
people.
limelight
Sorry,
for a
but
while.
Starfield's
But,
Xbox exclusive.
all they have to do for GTA 6 is release a 2 or 3 minute trailer, and that will guarantee, with a release date, that will guarantee them $1 billion in revenue in the first 24 hours. Because it's a known IP. It's established. People know what they're getting into. And here's the thing that one guy said, people didn't start caring till Bethesda took a side in that last caller, talking about when Microsoft bought Bethesda. ZeniMax, their parent company of Bethesda, they were going bankrupt. They were losing money so bad. That's why we got games like Redfall. That's why we got games like Fallout 76, and that's why we had games like Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online is the black sheep of it. That's actually not bad. But ZeniMax Gaming Studio pushed the developers to make live service games because you know why? They couldn't afford it with Bethesda Game Studios in Maryland. They couldn't afford that area to be like, "Oh yeah, we're going to take 8 years to build a game."
Snurf super chatted
And they're
$10.
like, and so ZeniMax,
This caller is
and again,
repeated.
I'm just saying, they were tired of them because that was the money bags. And so they released games like Wolfenstein. Those didn't sell that well. They released games like Prey. They didn't sell that well. Doom, great games. But they just did not move units. And so they were like, we have to do something. Literally, Xbox, this came out. I want people to know this. Before Microsoft bought Bethesda, look it up. Bethesda estimated if they kept Starfield on PlayStation platform, they would sell 10 million copies just on that platform alone. That is not a small amount. I don't know if people think that is. It's not a small amount. So Starfield is not only going to have to sell bananas on Steam and Xbox, but it's got to make up for that lost revenue. That's 10 million copies gone. They're going to have to sell. So whatever Starfield comes out at, let's say it sells 12.5. Let's be conservative. Let's just say 6 million copies. Add that on to whatever the number is, 10 million, 5 million, whatever. add an additional $6 million for lost PlayStation sales that could have been given to them. And that's why I'm saying, like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, Bethesda, Xbox made this exclusive. That's not my argument here. My argument is this is a gamble, man. And I don't think people are really waking up that if Starfield fails, Xbox, now they'll say, oh, they just bought Call of Duty. It doesn't matter. If Starfield fails, Michael, just like 343, heads are going to roll. People are going to lose their jobs. Layoffs are going to happen. And again, I think Phil Spencer, I think his time is about up. I think the heads at Microsoft are getting tired of it. They're saying, this passionate, as you call it, lazy millennial devs, how they get all this fair treatment and shit. They may be like, no, it's time to come back to work. No more working from home. No more doing all this shit. No more safe space. No more crying in the corner when you can't reach a deadline. You got to do your job. You got to come in and do your job. And people say, oh, well, video game makers don't make money. Again, look at the video tour of Bethesda Game Studios that was done in like 2013. They come to work and they love going to work. Oh, I'm sorry, they got to spend an extra 2 hours looking at a computer. And by the way, when the game sells, they get a bonus check. The developers at CDPR, everyone pities them. Oh, don't yell at them. Here's the thing, Michael. Do you know the developers at CDPR? All the developers got a $25,000 bonus check once Cyberpunk 2077 come out. Look it up. They got a bonus. And so people are like, oh, the developers are working so hard. Could you imagine, Michael, if you worked at a job and you worked there 2 or 3 years and they said, hey, after 3 years, we're just going to randomly give you a $30,000 check. I don't know. And I'm going to move the wheels here. Thank you, Michael. I'm just saying, here's my final message to the viewers, to the callers that are going to come after me. Y'all have to calm it down with your expectations. Just pump the brakes just a little bit. And to the people who are doom scrolling, who are saying this game is going to be the next Cyberpunk, I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be on that scale. Have a little hope. But just go into it, as you said, cautiously optimistic.
It's over.
I would rather be, I would hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I'd rather
Snurf
go
super
in
chatted
and be
$10.
surprised.
This guy
than
has a hidden
to
cam in his sister's
go
bathroom.
in with unimaginable expectations and just be devastated. And again, we got to remember, it's a fucking video game. It's a video game. Next month it'll be something else. You'll be talking about Spider-Man next month.
Yeah.
And then the next month it'll be the new Call of Duty, maybe if that's what you want to talk about. And so the wheels are going to keep turning, and that's what I'm going to do in this phone call. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you.
Hell
man.
yeah, bro. Take care. Alrighty, folks. A great call there. Great talking points. Discussion. We were going to cover the THQ showcase. Let me see if I think that's almost, that started at the 12 minutes ago or something like that. Let me see if we can pull this up. The THQ showcase. THQ Nordic showcase. Let's see if they have anything to show for here. Here, let's pull this up. Let's watch the THQ showcase. Give me a moment here. Let's pull this up. Let's watch the THQ showcase. Real quick. There we go. It's not working. There we go. Let's watch the THQ showcase. Apparently they have some interesting titles. Oh, it's not started yet. We got 11 minutes. Unbelievable. Great timing. All right. Well, let's. Why is nothing loading? Well, let's continue to take calls. We have. Oh, something is going.
It's
something
over.
Cannot handle it here. Oh,
Snurf super
bro,
chatted
something's gonna break.
$10. Finally, I'm Baldur's Gate fan.
Alrighty. The THQ showcase is going to begin in 11 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a few more calls while we have some time to burn here. We're going to react to the THQ showcase. See if they have anything cool to show. If not, well, it is what it is. There's no new Starfield news, and anyone saying there is, well, they're clickbaiting. It's okay for everyone else to clickbait, but, you know. Sad situation. Nonetheless, 818-824-4937. If the computer can handle it, that is a big question here. There's a lot going on the screen. In fact, I don't know if this can handle it. Something doesn't look right. 818-824-4937. Well, you can go ahead and buy the game. I didn't make the game, so why would I care if you buy it or not? You know, I don't have a personal attachment to it. It's a video game, dude. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. We're waiting for the THQ showcase.
Yeah, we gonna keep it small. Returning for my second 12 rounds. So here's all I'm gonna say. We see what your caller's on. Come on, brother. What I say yesterday, everyone sitting here doubting this game, they either don't know what they're talking about at all, or they literally just hate Xbox. The dude that you were just talking to veered off into a whole 50-minute segment basically about how Xbox is ass and Phil Spencer's about to get fired. Shut up. They're doing record numbers. Like, come on, bro. Phil Spencer's not about to get fired. Game Pass. What y'all talking about with Game Pass? The other caller saying it's in Game Pass day one. Again, people seem to not know any information but have a lot of hate. Every Xbox game, studio game, period, that they make is in Game Pass day one. Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5, Psychonauts 2, Hi-Fi Rush, all these games that they've put out, period, this generation, and the other ones that I'm leaving out, these games all went in the Game Pass day one. Let's stop with the bullshit about, like, that's a whole, like, a Sony fanboy narrative.
Yeah.
Now,
what do you thought? Hey, what did you think about Dreamcast guy? He said start. You can see what he
he's a
said.
known Sony shield. He literally, I even said it in your chat. Watch. You can't watch his live now, but you can go back and look at other. It's a guy named Fratanga Plays. He does like Pony Salt, which is funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie, but he had like a whole thing with him. They were showing this guy live. He was literally in the live, like, yo, this is fucking ass. This is trash. Ran straight to Twitter talking about basically half the shit most of y'all, the haters, are saying. This looks last gen. It's terrible. Got his ass ratioed and then deleted it. And now he's switched into the point of, I'm not speaking from hate. I'm talking from concern because I want this game to be good. Why is that, like, no offense, for all you guys, you included a little bit, Mike. You're saying you want this game to be good, but you're saying nothing but doubts. That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense at all. Again, like I said yesterday, I'm just trying to be an honest person here. If we're being honest, y'all don't want this game to succeed. Y'all want this game to fail. I'm not going to say you do. I'm not even trying to be funny. I mean, it's a YouTube thing. Starfield bad points or Xbox bad points on YouTube gets you hella hits. It gets way better views than Starfield good or Xbox good views.
Well,
So
that's anything in general. I mean, you turn on the nightly news and you're going to see how many people were shot in the city. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just what sells. Negativity sells.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
So that's not like, it's not like I don't blame you. This is your channel. You need to get your views. You need to.
Everyone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd be a dumbass to fucking. Everyone wants views,
facts,
but people pretend
as
like
far as the
they don't.
Callers, the people that you're really trying to say there's no marketing, and these people that are
the marketing is abysmal. I mean, let's just be honest on that. I mean,
do you want marketing or do you want gameplay? Because see, that's another thing. Like both everybody with these complaints, you guys have two-way complaints because now you're saying it wasn't no marketing, but or the marketing was bad. At first, you were saying the marketing is bad.
Well, it
now
is.
you're saying, oh, these chairs aren't enough. Oh, this new AMD set isn't enough.
Because that's all
this
cyberpunk type
Samsung
marketing. Like
TV
that's
ad isn't
that's
enough.
garbage.
Huh?
It's over.
You said it's what, the chair?
What does that have to do with the game? That's selling the brand.
Snurf super chatted $10.
That's the
W
point.
caller,
If
W
you-
caller,
Yeah, but that's
W
not the
caller,
way.
W caller,
You
this
can't
guy
sell the
is
brand.
allowed
That's
to
what
F hour.
Battlefield did. They
Banned
sold the brand
word.
of Battlefield, and everyone bought Battlefield 2042, and it was
isn't
trash.
Battlefield.
Well,
Why do y'all keep
I
making
think it
these
is. I think this is the next Battlefield 2042. What you mean, bro?
You just saying stuff.
How am I just
Let's
saying?
be real.
Just because you don't want to
just
hear it doesn't
saying
mean I'm
stuff.
just saying stuff. How do you? I don't understand your mentality.
You can say whatever you want to, and I'm not saying
Yeah, so can
can't
you.
say it, but what sense does it make to compare Battlefield to a Bethesda game?
Because both didn't
of
show
marketing?
gameplay. Both didn't
What?
show gameplay. There you go.
Both didn't show gameplay. Battlefield showed gameplay beforehand.
Barely.
They did.
Barely.
And even down to the games that you keep bringing up, Sony's and stuff. I'm going to say this, and you keep avoiding this. But besides the fight scene and swinging through downtown, what other gameplay is there?
I'm looking it up right now.
Go ahead.
I'm going to have to because I don't remember. I'm not even hyped for Spider-Man 2. It looks more of the same.
I know because marketing doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does. It does.
Like it doesn't.
You're
Because
wrong.
What marketing
You're
does
wrong, buddy.
Is gather the casual.
No, you're wrong.
who
What you mean,
wouldn't
bro?
know about it. It's going to gather.
So
the
why
casual
does
consumers that
Hollywood
don't
why
know
does
about it.
Hollywood market their own movies then? I mean I saw promos for Barbie a month in advance.
Yes, why wouldn't you market a movie? You market it a month in advance.
Okay, well then they should be marketing Starfield.
It's been in production for 3-4 years.
They should be marketing Starfield.
You just marketed a month before release. So why wouldn't you market that? Even when you talking about marketing, bro, this is Bethesda. Why the fuck? I'm gonna say this again.
Oh my
Their only
God.
competition in history is Rockstar. That's the only game developer that makes games on their level. Even dudes saying like, "Oh, will Starfield last that long?" Bro, Skyrim is 12 plus years old and still has a bigger fan base, like active player base, than most live service games. Yes, the fuck it's gonna last. It's built with modding involved. It's built to last. Why do you think that's a major? The other second half of that 900 empty planets is 4 modders. You can put a whole Skyrim on there. You can put Skyrim and Fallout in the Starfield because that's what the fuck we made it for. Like you got again, anyone if you're sitting here saying like the marketing need no, it doesn't.
Look at this.
No,
Look at this.
doesn't.
I mean, look at this gameplay here. Spider-Man 2. I mean, there's just a lot of gameplay here. They're not cutting
A lot
around.
of gameplay. I'm gonna repeat. Besides the fighting scene and the swinging through the city, where's gameplay?
Okay, where's the gameplay for Starfield like this?
You just said, hey, bro, we went through a 45.
Bro, I got both
gameplays
gameplays on the screen. What you mean, bro? I got both gameplays on the screen. One's cutting every 3 seconds, and one's showing us the whole fucking game practically compared to this Starfield.
One's
What are you
literally
talking
showing
about?
you
It's
a whole
literally on the
3-minute
screen,
cutscene
bro.
to start. It starts with Craven, does it not?
Yeah, but you're not understanding.
Yes, that's a whole cutscene. There's no gameplay there. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to project
that is literally
That's a
gameplay,
literal
bro. That is
cutscene.
literally
It's Craven-
gameplay, bro.
It's Craven in another
Yeah,
dude's
yeah,
fight,
you're
and they're talking
Look
about
at the gameplay. I'm
Spider-Man.
literally
This is a
looking at gameplay,
cutscene.
bro.
As they fight, right? They
No,
fight,
no,
right?
he's walking around on some tightrope.
Walk around on tightrope.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
When it's Miles, that's what I'm saying. I said that it's only 3 points.
It doesn't
of
matter. There's
gameplay
more
in this-
Spider-Man 2 gameplay than
No,
Starfield.
it's not.
Yes, there
You're just
is,
sitting
bro.
saying
That is
because it
you're
gameplay.
what are you talking about? They're both on the screen. One is not cutting away from the
Yes.
gameplay.
Because one is literally more cutscene than gameplay, and it's not Bethesda's game. I'm gonna repeat.
You're not
It
understanding.
started
You're
out
not
for 3
understanding, bro.
minutes. It started out for 3 minutes straight in a cutscene.
But you're not understanding what I'm
You
saying.
can't name 3 minutes straight of a cutscene in the
Show
Bethesda
me the most gameplay of Starfield where they don't cut to anything.
We just went through this, right?
Yeah, well, you're gonna
Yesterday.
have to go through it again, buddy, because
All
you're
right,
not
well,
making sense.
reiterate. The same thing you're saying that's gameplay, that gameplay that
There's literally more. I'm
Spider-Man.
literally looking at continuous footage of Spider-Man 2 gameplay without any cuts. Sure, it's a movie game.
Mhm.
That's why there's cutscenes. But you're not understanding.
Mhm.
This Starfield gameplay is just
So
cut
what
central,
I'm
cut
saying is
central.
how much time is on your Spider-Man trailer?
12 minutes.
How much of that is gameplay?
Well, there's a lot of gameplay here. It's boring, but there's a lot of
it's
gameplay.
not.
What are you talking about? I'm
keep
literally watching the
avoiding, like,
character move through the
it
freaking
started with
sewer.
Craven, didn't it? The first 3 to 4 minutes was literally Craven talking in a cutscene.
Well, it's a movie
And
game.
then-
What do you expect?
And then it's Miles.
It doesn't matter. They're showing continuous
while they're
gameplay. They're not
walking
cutting to
around.
fucking Brian. They're not cutting to the team telling you
You
about how
literally
amazing
cut
it is.
You're not. Then you're not. That's what I'm saying. So so in the gameplay, it doesn't cut from Miles to Peter.
I don't know what's going on. They're all I know is they're showing the game. It doesn't matter who they're showing. You're not understanding the point. There is literally more gameplay. There is literally more gameplay here than Starfield, bro.
All right, if that's what you're.
That's an objective fact. You can't argue that, bro.
Again, I'm not looking at the chat or anything.
Well, it doesn't matter what the chat says. They're robots. You have to understand that I'm right and you're wrong.
Even you just sit here and tried to make your first excuse being, well, this is a movie game. That's why it's cutscenes.
Oh, well, no, I'm explaining it to you because you obviously don't understand. No shit, it's a movie game. It's a Spider-Man game. But what you're not understanding is that, yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes in this gameplay. There's 12 minutes here. There's a lot of cutscenes. That's a part of the experience.
So when they,
okay.
So on Sidonia, on Starfield, when they doing the fighting scene where he finds the,
it doesn't matter. This sequence right here.
Huh?
Oh my god.
That doesn't matter. But the one for Spider-Man does.
Here, I'll line them up right away. I'll line them up right away.
Segment of gameplay.
Yeah.
That's the only segment of gameplay.
The only segment of gameplay is this right here.
No
I'm lining them up and see which one's longer.
Starfield.
It's not.
It's a 45-minute deep dive.
No. They cut. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. If you take out all the cutscenes and just do gameplay,
it's still more than Starfield. It's still more than Starfield.
No, it's not.
That's baloney, bro.
Even now, you trying to compare. You're not.
That is baloney, dude. You are full. You are such an Xbox fanboy.
That's what I'm saying. If that's a very bad argument. It's weak.
Because it's obvious that you are. You claim to be neutral, but you're obviously look. It's okay to root for Xbox. It's okay to root for PlayStation. But let's not lie to people. Okay, this is what. Hold on. We're gonna play them in real time as best as we can. It ain't gonna be a scientific test, but we're gonna see which one is longer. And I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's longer. I could be wrong, but let's see. I'm going to hit play on Spider-Man. Actually, we need to back Spider-Man up a little bit because it started. I'm going to go from where the cutscene ends to the gameplay. And then we're going to play them both in real time as best as we can. And we're going to play that. It's not going to be purely scientific, but here we go. Which one's going to play out longer? Which one's going to play out longer before they cut? Now, obviously, Spider-Man has cutscenes. That's embedded within the gameplay.
No, see, now watch how you
because that's just the nature of the game. You're not understanding what I'm saying. They're both playing out in real time. They're both playing out in real time.
That's what the fuck?
It doesn't matter. I'm watching Spider-Man or Miles, or whoever the fuck this is, Venom, roaming throughout the fucking...
If you're cutting from one angle to a different angle, listen to me, Spider-Man only has one angle, so why the fuck would you be cutting angles? There's no reason to cut angles. It's only a third-person perspective. It's no first-person perspective. It's no other perspectives to cut to.
Well, they're not cutting. I haven't seen one cut yet. I haven't seen one cut yet. I haven't seen one cut yet. Yeah, there's cutscenes in the game. That's how it is. But you're not understanding. I'm talking from an editor's perspective. They're not cutting. They're not cutting to talking heads.
Are you talking about gameplay? Because again,
I don't know. Why don't you watch my stream?
We're having a conversation. What do I need to watch the stream for, Mike?
Because the facts are on the screen. If you can't match it up, then I don't know what to tell you.
If the phone echoes, I apologize.
Yeah. You can mute the stream. Okay, the Starfield gameplay's over. Pretty much here. It's gonna cut. See, it cut. There you go. That's it. That's the most continuous gameplay in that whole direct, without cuts. You're not understanding what I'm talking about. Look at that Starfield. The Spider-Man gameplay is still fucking going. We got more Spider-Man gameplay than fucking Starfield. Literally right on the screen.
I don't know where I'm at, right? But from the first thing I seen, I'm not gonna watch the whole lot because I hear it talking. Here we go. But I'm gonna tell you what I just looked. The first thing you started off was the boat scene. It's a cut scene.
How that is not
It's
a
literal cut
cutscene.
scene. Yes, the fuck it is.
It's
There's
on
no
It's on
gameplay.
rails. That
It's
is
no
not a
one
cutscene.
working the
Oh my
controller
god,
moving around
bro.
that scene at all.
Yeah, it's a
It
Marvel
even
game.
ends
It's a
in
movie game. What do you
QuickTime
want me to
event.
tell you?
That's what I'm saying. So what are you asking for exactly? Do you want less angle cutting or do you want gameplay? Because you're sitting here
Because
saying
we
that
have more
the
Spider-Man 2 game. We literally
cutscenes
have
are
more Spider-Man 2
gameplay.
gameplay. We got more Armored Core game. Come
All
on,
right, bro.
buddy.
That's what I'm
Come
saying,
on,
Michael.
buddy. Come on, buddy.
If you're trying to
It's
so
not
you're
about
telling
console
you
wars.
just
You
sit
can
here and
take
say
that
that
back
your
to
mouth
Twatter. Look,
where
at
that
the end of the
boat
day, you're
was,
not
where the plane
listening.
is flying
Yeah,
over the boat.
now it's playing cutscene.
Nobody's
Now it's playing
controlling that.
cutscene. This isn't gameplay. Now it's playing cutscene.
No, from the beginning, I'm just going off what I seen from the beginning. The first thing I seen was the boat flying in, and you had the two comparisons up, so I know you didn't already put it in there. The first thing I seen was the boat flying. I mean, something like it looked like the camera maybe had been flying under an airplane or something. I don't really know, but it was kind of zooming in on this boat. That was literally a cutscene. And you didn't say anything about that
There's
being
not
a
1
cutscene
hour
before.
of
You were
gameplay.
saying
It's a
the
fucking
only
MTV music
gameplay
video.
segment
How
in
could you
there,
buy something that
the
doesn't
only
even show you what it
gameplay,
is?
the only gameplay, because what gameplay is you playing the game, Michael.
Oh my god.
That's
I
what
can't.
gameplay
You're
is.
not listening. Spider-Man 2 is a movie game. Obviously, a lot of the segments are going to be on rails. But, let's not argue about gameplay or not. Obviously, it's gameplay. Is it total freedom in terms of what you can do? No. I mean, it's on rail segments. I mean, but this is obviously
So
gameplay.
that's
It's
not
QuickTime events.
gameplay.
Okay, buddy.
So that's not gameplay.
No, I'm right.
A
I'm
cutscene
right.
is
You're not
gameplay.
listening. You're not
A
understanding. Well, no,
cutscene
you
is
are listening, but
gameplay,
I don't think you're
Michael.
understanding what I'm saying.
I am. I hear you.
Sony is not
I'm
cutting
even
away here.
asking you the
Sony.
question right now. So you're telling me a cutscene is gameplay?
Now you're going off onto something else. I'm not here to argue
No,
Spider-Man.
man, I'm
It's not about
asking you
Spider-Man
because
2.
you're
The
sitting here
point
trying
is
to
this
say
game.
like
It's not even
it's
about this
set
game. It's
pieces
just
and
the fact
movie.
that.
No, go ahead.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying, you're sitting here saying gameplay. That's your main concern from the beginning. That's what your conversation.
No,
I'm
saying you're not.
And now you're
okay,
talking about
you show me
the
one
Sony
chunk.
game,
Show me one
Spider-Man.
chunk of gameplay that is uninterrupted in the Starfield Direct.
I
It's only
repeated
about
about
2 minutes long.
5 times
No, I
the
need you
Sidonia
to
fight.
show me it. I need you to show
You
me the
watched it.
gameplay in the Starfield Direct that is uninterrupted. There's not much of it. It's always
This is
cut.
your channel,
I've
Michael.
edited the
I
video. I
can't
know what I'm
really
fucking
dictate
talking
how to
about.
say
I
that.
took out the talking head segments.
I brought it up 12 times. The
My
Sidonia
God,
fight.
bro. You're not
The fight on
listening.
Sidonia, you're talking about cuts. Cuts that has nothing to do with gameplay. Gameplay is the player using the controller and playing the game.
Well, that's how those games are. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Regardless, this is all I'm saying. Now, see, you're arguing right now, defending why
I just showed you facts, and you can't handle it. You
gameplay.
literally can't handle it. People in this
How
chat
am I
are
not
delusional.
handling
They're
it?
literally sucking Todd
How
Howard's
am I
cock.
not handling
I don't
it? Michael,
understand,
you
bro.
came out and called me fanboys and all types of stuff.
Well, I
to
know
try to
you're obviously on the
bring
Xbox
up an
side. I can tell
argument
from the
because
conversation. You're
trying-
not neutral. You claim to be neutral, just like all these other fanboys, and
No,
then
I didn't. I
you have a
already told
narrative.
I
You
do
think
like
Xbox is better than
more.
PlayStation. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think Xbox
That's
is better
bullshit,
than PlayStation.
buddy.
I said that also. I said yesterday, 10 years they've been ass, and I have a PlayStation because they've offered better games than Xbox has.
Really?
That doesn't mean it's going to stay the same. I don't believe it'll stay the same. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and lie right now and say, oh, Xbox is smoking fucking place. That sounds stupid as fuck. It's dumb. It's not truthful. It's a lie. So why would I say that? Again, I'm an honest person.
But you're not understanding what I'm saying. The Starfield Direct has cuts every fucking 5 seconds. They're cutting to something. They're showing different parts of the game, but they're not showing uninterrupted gameplay. I went through the most uninterrupted gameplay segment in the fucking Starfield Direct, and it's 2 minutes long, if that. That's it. There's no uninterrupted gameplay in that.
Yesterday was you wanted them to explain the games. They were explaining the game and cutting back and forth between that. So what? Again, they gave.
Yeah, it's all highly edited, highly curated. PlayStation came out and they showed you Spider-Man 2. I don't know what to tell you.
You said don't diss Spider-Man 2.
It's a
What?
music video, bro. They literally they sold you the game on a music video is essentially what they did. And they said it was so amazing you're going to love it. You know, we spent 25 years working on this game, and yet we can't show you uninterrupted
But you
gameplay.
sitting here
Yet
saying
Spider-Man
you're
2 can
sitting
show
here
you
saying that
uninterrupted gameplay.
Spider-Man,
Come
but
on,
you're
get it
saying
through the skull. It's
Spider-Man
ridiculous.
was a
It's
set
baloney.
movie piece and it stole people, right? That's a music video. See, that's what I'm saying. Let's be honest.
Oh
here and
my
not
God.
objective.
What are
Keep
you
that
even
same energy.
saying?
What do you mean? What am I saying? You're literally sitting here saying, "Oh, they sold Starfield on a music video because it was cutscenes everywhere." I'm sitting here asking you to sit here and tell me that cutscenes now count as gameplay. You like, nah? Well, Spider-Man's a set movie.
This
piece,
is
so
not
that's
my
okay.
opinion, though.
That's
This is
music
a
video.
this is
You
a
even were saying
fact.
it's on
This
well
is
gameplay.
not my opinion. It is literally a fact. You don't want to. You're too lazy to go
What's
compare
the
these
fact?
videos, and I don't know what to tell you.
What is the fact?
I need you to
The
go to
fact
the.
that
I
you count
need
that
you.
you
I
counting
need you to go. I
cutscenes for
need you to do
gameplay
one
now?
thing for. Hey, buddy, can you do me a? I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to go to the Starfield Direct, and I need you to find me the biggest chunk of uninterrupted gameplay. Do you know what that means?
Yes, that means no. And I said that yesterday. Name one company that has done that in the last 5 fucking years. That
Spider-Man
came out
2.
with raw gameplay. You can't name one
Spider-Man
company
2.
that
Spider-Man
does
2
that.
showed you the game.
It showed no raw gameplay. You seen
What
no
are you
fucking raw
talking
gameplay.
about?
It was nobody holding a controller there. You're
What?
demanding this from Starfield, but you didn't see anybody holding a controller with Spider-Man. You seen a
Well,
set
I didn't either
piece
with
of
Starfield. What are
gameplay.
you smoking, buddy?
You seen a set piece of gameplay. That's what you're seeing from Starfield.
How are you
is it not?
defending this?
Who did you see playing Spider-Man?
Who did you see playing Starfield? Did Todd Howard come out on stage? He didn't come out on
I pointed
stage.
to you, right? Listen to me. I explained to you yesterday where Sony has blatantly lied doing these tactics. Horizon, for anyone listening, anyone saying I'm wrong, look up the Horizon Forbidden West gameplay state of play. They had a whole 20-minute trailer of what they said right there, gameplay trailer. You could do none of that was shown in that trailer in the game the day that it was launched. And the things that were shown in that trailer that you could see in the game were literally in cutscenes, and you had nothing to do with it. So Sony has the tactic of showing set pieces. They don't show you gameplay. You're asking for raw gameplay. Again,
We got more raw gameplay than Starfield. That's a fact. You can't deny that.
All right, cool. 100%.
Yeah. Well, then there you go.
Insomniac ain't never sold a game above 10 million before they got.
Oh, here we go. And you're not
Spider-Man.
an Xbox fanboy, by the way. I mean,
but
come on, bro. It's
not-
just so
not-
obvious, bro.
How is bringing up facts fanboying?
Look at you. You're
PlayStation
diving
has the
into the
best sold
sales
console of
numbers
all
of this,
time.
that,
They
and the third.
sold
Look at these
40
cuts
million,
in this
and my
Starfield gameplay, bro. We're cutting every 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4,
What do you
5.
need? What do you
Cut.
don't you get? That's
1,
what I'm saying,
2,
Michael, and
3,
again,
4.
I have
There's
to
already
go
a
back
fucking
to what
cut.
said
I can't even
yesterday.
keep up with the fucking cuts in the Starfield Direct.
You're not listening. And
Dude,
you're trying to
Armored
overtalk
Core
because
6
you're
has
not
more
trying to
gameplay,
accept
and
the
that
fact.
shit ain't out until
I
fucking
said
after.
yesterday.
Name one game.
You admitted yesterday, Michael, you'll never be sold on this game.
Well,
You
I'm buying it
admitted that
regardless.
yesterday,
I'm
did you
buying it
not?
regardless, so.
But you admitted it's no marketing that'll sell you on this game.
That's not true.
So
I want Todd
regardless of
Howard
what
to
I
come out
say,
on stage and say, hey, we have a
makes
brand new look
complete
at
logical
Starfield. That's
sense.
what I want. And we're not getting that because apparently we don't need that.
You said we're not getting what?
I want Todd Howard to come out on stage, and I want him to walk us through some of these features yet again. We need a refresher. If you're saying that we
I'm
don't.
Repeat this. Name one company that's done that
Cyberpunk.
in the last 5 years.
CD Projekt Red.
They did what?
CD
Came out
Projekt
on
Red. They
stage
had
and played
like
Cyberpunk
monthly
2077?
events to tell you like, hey, you need to buy this fucking game. Night
That
City
was
Wire.
100% fake gameplay.
Who cares? They sold you the product. Sometimes
Who
I want to be
cares?
lied to.
Even when you
Sometimes I
talking
want to
about,
take it right up
Todd
the ass.
Howard playing
You know what I
Fallout
mean?
4 on
Give me a
stage.
reason to buy this
Even when
fucking
you talking
game.
about-
I want
listen to me.
Billy Mays to
Even
sell
when
me
you
this
talking
shit. That's
about
all it
Todd
takes.
Howard playing Fallout 4 on stage.
Oh my
They've had
God.
interviews again. It's a plethora of information.
There's
you
no
guys choose to
gameplay.
pick and- Stop. Listen to me. Fallout 4, how you're saying, oh, they went out there and played the game. No, the fuck they didn't. They have whole interviews
Yeah, and look how
about
it turned
the
out.
The game was played already, and they had it set up, and Todd Howard just came out live with the controller and acted like he
Well,
was
at least they
playing it.
did that.
That was set up, scripted gameplay.
Who cares? At least it's
the same shit
uninterrupted
you gonna get
gameplay.
from
This is
every
MTV
company.
music video shit, bro.
What
Oh,
are
they
you
got a
talking
choo-choo
about?
game down there.
What do you? That's what I'm saying. Again, no matter.
Oh
what
my
I
God,
say,
we got to go to the
be honest
THQ showcase. There's
Agreed.
a choo-choo game.
I'll holler at you, and if anything, I might call back later.
Yeah.
Have a great show.
Hell yeah, bro. These people aren't listening. I gotta go to that. There's a choo-choo game. Oh, this shit looks riveting. Get it on the screen. What is this? Oh, this looks amazing. Turn the volume up on this. Stop calling in. There's not enough RAM. You're slowing the whole computer down, bro. There's not enough RAM.
Prevail and keep your soldiers alive.
I can't even play the video.
Instruct your crew to manage the
You
train
can't even
efficiently.
process the video.
Repair combat equipment.
You can
and
custom.
craft spare
Oh my
parts.
God!
Realize the train's full potential
I can't hear it.
by unlocking new
Oh,
upgrades
you guys
and
can-
enhancing its durability.
I gotta get audio on this. What is this?
Reach a safe depot
This looks
and
amazing.
exchange cars or
Better than
locomotives.
Starfield.
Stockpile and trade supplies.
Holy
going.
shit!
Or the suffering and
Damn,
loss
we gotta buy this.
of
What
all
is it?
those under your
Locomotion?
command will have been in vain.
It's over.
Is your last train home.
Oh, the last train home. When's this coming out? I'm buying it day
Ratsy
one.
donated
It's a survival
0.001
train game, dude.
through Super
When
Chat.
is it
Super
coming
Chat is
out?
54 Swedish krona and 50. Raxi donated 54.54 million cents to Todd Sexy Howard.
Oh my
Super
God,
chatted
bro.
54.54 million cents to Starfield is Life. Todd Havard donated 0 cents. Bear.
I can't even watch the THQ Nordic. You guys are freezing the stream.
Come on.
What is this trash?
Get that plank over there.
Crunch!
Yeah.
Dude, they said you can customize your Steam engine and get off
Shield
the
charger.
train, and that shit looked fucking riveting. It's like a survival train game. I don't know if that's ever been done before.
Yeah.
The train's your home base, but you can move it. And
Hey. Hey. Get behind me.
has this started or what? Because this is abysmal. This is the worst thing I've ever fucking seen.
We need help.
Dude, this is bad. I got 8 gigs of RAM out here. Fuck off.
No worries. It's pretty easy.
We're using 6.5 RAM. We're using 6.65 RAM. So we're not we have plenty of RAM. We just can't handle it. Hello. This is the most cringiest shit I've ever seen. Well, you want the definition of fake gamer? These actors right here. I mean, Jesus.
Ready for round 2? Yes, sure.
Never, please don't buy that. That's one thing I will. Don't buy that slop, whatever that even is. Is this event starting, or are we still waiting? Something just disappeared. Something just... This is the worst thing I've ever seen. We're talking Mobile Game Central in here. Space for sale. This is going to be better than Starfield. Here we go. It's got better graphics than Starfield. It's over. Whew. Look at this. Yeah, this is the THQ Nordic Showcase. I don't know. Actually, you know what? This isn't live. I gotta fast forward this. Hello? I'm skipping to it live. Nope, it's behind. There we go. There we go. Wasn't that far behind. Kino's back on the menu 2023, baby. Space for sale.
It's
Better
over.
than Starfield. They showed more gameplay there.
Stain super chatted €5.
I mean-
God of War 2018, Miles Morales.
Oh, we gotta get the
and
closed
2 and 1
beta.
And others had uninterrupted gameplay out before release. Caller lost me at the end. It's over, clinking
Yep.
beer mugs, clapping
Well, I mean,
hands,
he's just an
men
Xbox
holding
fanboy. He says
hands,
he's not, but he
bear,
is. I mean, it's very
dog,
apparent.
dancer,
What is this, bro?
dick,
What
melon,
is this? It's
melon.
getting scary out here. Look at this. It's Africa! Oh my God! You know, THQ is really coming through here. We're getting interesting. Oh my God! Oh. Holy shit! We gotta buy this game. Deer Hunter in Africa. Damn these ants. What is this? Oh my God, Way of the Hunter. Damn! There's no one even narrating this shit. It's just like, here are the games, fuck off. This is the way to do it. Just showing the game. These games got more marketing than Starfield. Dude!
Initializing. Please stand by. The Dynasty have amassed an enormous army right under our noses. And as of 10 minutes ago, while the GDF Council was debating whether to even respond, the Dynasty have launched attacks across our western border. They've been planning this for God knows how long. Harvesting operation sighted. SciComm, code red. Issue an immediate retreat order to all GDF units in 10 miles.
Nice.
Get our troops out of there. Weapons free. These things fire, fire back. Get our drone fleet in the air and get me a satellite pointed at this. I want to know what the hell we're dealing with.
Wait, is this the John Carpenter game? I gotta buy that, the John Carpenter game. Is this it?
I have reinforcements on their way to you.
Oh, this
Hold
is
that
oh,
base
this is
apart.
RTS. Oh, this is Space Commander. Looks like they got Mick Gordon on this. I can hear it. It's like the Doom Eternal soundtrack.
Strange property. On a large scale, the event could be catastrophic. Get me one of these missiles, Commander.
It's over.
Holy shit, Elvis is in the building.
77 Elvis Thinking super chatted €5. Like the stream, you imbeciles.
Elvis is in the building. I don't think it came through. YouTube's got some glitches here, hardcore. Holy shit. Oh, what is this one? Guys, it's the THQ Nordic event. I don't know. In a world.
Off your ass! And you ain't paid your notes
That's
yet.
Baldur's Gate 4.
Oh, fuck me.
There's no way this is the gameplay. Okay. Oh, they're all living their lives? Holy shit, this is revolutionary. Imagine.
Hey, you! Get out of here! Calm down.
It's over.
Have a good day, Don't those fucking excuses. You think this is a joke or what?
Ratsy donated Doctor 1.
Yeah, I don't even see it.
Super chatted 54 Swedish krona and 54
Nothing's coming through. I don't know.
There, high voltage sign, high voltage sign,
I don't know what's going
high
on.
voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign,
It's a cutscene,
high
is what it is.
voltage sign, high 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 voltage sign,
Hello?
high voltage sign, 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 high voltage sign.
What is this?
High voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign.
I don't even know what that is.
Voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high
SpongeBob!
voltage sign, high 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 voltage.
This is
sign,
Nick alone
high
in the dark,
voltage
bro.
sign, high voltage sign.
Are you
high
afraid of the
voltage
dark? Is
sign,
this what this
high
is?
voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign. High
Okay, whoever
voltage
said that
sign,
in, said it in
high
again because it
voltage
didn't come
sign,
through. If your
high
super
voltage
chat doesn't
sign,
appear in the actual
high
chat, it ain't
voltage
coming
sign,
through. I'm just
high
letting you know.
voltage sign, high
There's a glitch on
voltage
YouTube.
sign,
It doesn't.
High voltage sign, high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high
What?
voltage sign, high voltage sign.
They showed
high
nothing.
Voltage sign, high voltage sign,
Cringe.
high voltage sign, high voltage sign, high
THQ
voltage sign,
Showcase. That's
high
it?
voltage sign. High
They showed
voltage
nothing,
sign,
bro.
High voltage
I want the last
sign,
train game.
high
Oh, we
voltage
missed Alone in
sign,
the Dark.
High
What's the matter,
voltage
Emily?
sign,
Why are
high
you so
voltage
sad all the
sign,
time?
high voltage sign, high
Nothing.
voltage
It's the recap.
sign,
Matter, nothing
high
at all.
voltage sign,
Shut
high
up!
voltage
Nothing for me to be
sign,
sad about,
high
nothing to
voltage
do, to
sign,
love, to
high
see, to be. I
voltage
just
sign,
feel.
high voltage sign, high voltage
that's all right.
sign, high
What is
voltage
this slop?
sign,
I think we're all
high
like that at
voltage
times.
sign, high voltage
I'm fine.
sign, high
I-
voltage sign,
I
high
get up every
voltage
morning,
sign,
go to
high
work,
voltage
and
sign,
time
high
goes
voltage.
Can we mute that?
sign,
I'm muting
high
him.
voltage
It didn't even
sign,
come through
high
anyway. Fuck
voltage
off.
sign,
More even
high
since he
voltage
died.
sign.
Ain't nobody listening to that.
He died a hero.
It didn't even come through. Look at the super
He
chat. It's
died,
not
so
on there.
now nobody asks anymore. Nobody asks. What's the matter, Emily? It's just me now. Alone.
That's why I do it. Then you can
In
go
the
fuck
dark.
off. We can ban you then, dude. If you're gonna fucking disrupt like that, fuck off. For being a piece of shit. Download the prologue now. I thought that's already been available. They brought back Rise?
Still taking bets.
When's that train game coming out? That looked kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. What a riveting showcase there, I mean. What? There's a South Park game! Oh my god! When did they show the South Park game? What the fuck? Dude, that looked like the N64 game, like remastered. When did they show the South Park game? There it is, Choo Choo! When did they show the South Park game? When did they show the South Park game? We must have missed that. When did they show the South Park game? Oh my god. I don't even see the South Park. Oh, there it is. No, I don't see it. Well, it doesn't exist. They didn't show the South Park game. Sad. I don't see it. Well, that was that. The train game looked cool. I don't know. All right, let's continue the calls. 818-824-4937. I don't know. They showed South Park, but they didn't. I guess they teased it there. I don't know. Watch from the start. South Park Snow Day. Why can't someone just answer the question? It's like, is that what it's called? South Park Snow Day? Who's making the slop? Yeah, hello.
Hey, Michael, what's up, man?
Yeah.
So I don't think Starfield is going to be as big of a disaster as everybody kind of is painting it, but I don't think it's going to meet the expectation. And I'm in this. I'm in it for the controller, the headset.
Oh my
game,
God!
even
Wait,
though it's
hold on.
Game Pass.
Is this Ryan or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I already put money into, it's like
Yeah.
at this point it's over $300 with everything in there. So I wanted to.
Dude, $300. What are you guys smoking? Holy shit!
Well, the controller
Yeah.
was what, like $80. The headset was like $130 or something like that.
Oh my God!
And then the game, I bought the $100 version. So,
dude,
it's like with tax and everything, you're totaling out. And
well,
and
you
I
should
mean,
care
so
more about it
I'm
than me. I mean,
invested in
fuck,
this.
you got $300 invested into this game. You should hope that it's fucking amazing. Like, goddamn.
But my fear is, like I mentioned it yesterday, like my fear is that it turns into No Man's Skyrim.
Right.
Like we end up you get one planet that they've established, or two planets that they've really spent all their time on. And then you fly around to a bunch of different shit that's all procedurally generated, whatever. And then you're just, searching for minerals and shit until some cutscene happens where a bunch of space pirates come out of the sky and you got to down 6 enemies that come out of a generic spacecraft.
Oh man.
And it's like, if that's every single thing, then it's a dud. Then you're waiting on them to like do further developments and everything, and it just turns into the whole, this is not feeling finished. But their big marketing mistake, because there isn't really any marketing out there. Like you're saying, it's almost non-existent if you're not really searching for it or hunting for it. Even on the store, even on the Microsoft store, when you go on there, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
There's no way,
marketing.
bro. Well, I mean, it is
It's
coming
got
out
more
sooner. It
marketing.
is coming out sooner, but damn.
Yeah, but that's like a $40 game. You know what? It's like
that's more
not,
niche than Starfield. Yeah, I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, and that shelf life is not going to be. That game is Friday the 13th meets Dead by Daylight with like overhaul, but that's got more going for it. I mean, Waxworks Records just did a whole thing on them because they're releasing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre soundtrack for the game on vinyl. They've got more stuff like populating than Starfield does. And I think their biggest problem and why they've pulled back so much is because for this entire time, they've boasted that the game has been in development for what, like 20 years? They keep saying that and saying that and saying that. And it's like, yeah, all right. Well, Boyhood was in a movie that was getting made over 20 years. It didn't make it a good fucking movie. That doesn't, like, just because you leave something in the oven for a long time, it doesn't mean that it's going to be good. It just meant that you like spent a long time doing something. You could make a total piece of shit over 20 years. The Last Voyage of Demeter was one that was in circulation for 20 years, and that thing's got like a 30% of Rotten Tomatoes. So I think they've pulled back a lot of their marketing because they want to temper expectations a little bit. They don't want people like overly scrutinizing the stuff that's coming out. And I think there's going to be graphical issues. It's an outdated engine. And from what we've seen, I mean, it doesn't really look spectacular. Like from what they've shown, it's been limited. So I don't know, man. I want it to be good, but there's some concern there. I mean, if they had to launch something right now, what would be like the one thing marketing campaign wise that would get you on board if you saw it in the game?
I want Todd Howard to walk us through one mission in this game. No, that's it. We didn't even get that. I thought that's what they were going to do in the second Starfield Direct. I thought, okay, well, and they started to do that. Todd Howard was narrating, and it looked like they were going in that direction. And then it cuts to music video. There's cuts every 5 seconds in this essential overglorified sizzle reel, and everyone's telling you how great the game is. And it's like I'm glad they're showcasing kind of what we already knew about and what was already established from the previous showcase. But I mean, just a simple like walkthrough of a mission and saying, well, this is how it could play out differently depending on how you play through it, the factions, and showcasing getting on the ship, landing on the planet, doing that stuff, because all of that's still a fucking mystery. We don't really how that plays out. Some people say it's a cutscene. Some people say you can land anywhere. Some people say you can't land anywhere. It's just like it's hard to envision this when it's not shown to us fully. And I understand it's space, and they want to keep things close to their chest because I'm sure there's a lot of shit in this game that's going to be uncovered throughout the months after release, and that's great. We don't want everything spoiled immediately, but yeah, it's just I can literally do a better job at marketing this game, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll just put some fucking my own trailers together. I'll edit some fucking footage out of this direct, and I'll pretend to be Todd Howard. Hey, everybody, it's Todd Howard, and we're here to show. You know what I mean? It's just like I just don't understand this shitty ass marketing. It's the worst I've ever seen for a game of this magnitude, especially for Bethesda and Xbox. It's just unfathomable.
It really is very surprising, especially because when all the peripherals are coming out, like the controller, all that stuff, the email blasts and what they were doing. I mean, they were more effective with selling the accessories than they are with selling the game, which is
and to me,
worrying.
that is not the direction I want to see. But I mean, if it works, it is what it is.
Do you think maybe they're white flagging the marketing on that because it's going on Game Pass, and they just kind of feel like
maybe that's actually a good point. Sell the merchandise because it's on Game Pass, so we might not get many sales outside of the hardcore fan base. So maybe that's why they did that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. It's just I am right there with you about the marketing and the concern. And I don't think they're gatekeeping or anything like that. I don't think I heard one caller I think was saying something about how like they don't want to see it everywhere and whatnot. And it's like, well, I think that's a terrible business strategy. It's okay if you're like a niche market, like you're putting out one punk album from like 1986 that nobody's heard of, and you want to be like elitist a little bit. But this is a major league title for them. This is like a make or break moment.
Exactly.
And they're riding on a reputation that they've amassed over 2 decades, but really they haven't put any games out. Like they're feeding off of like the Elder Scrolls stuff. They haven't put a new game out in years. And so this is almost like it's like a slowed down version of hopefully not, what happened with CD Projekt Red, where they were everybody's darling because of The Witcher. And then they popped out Cyberpunk, and it just, all of that good trust and good faith that people had in them, whether you like The Witcher or not, they had a lot of people on their side. That all just went away.
Yeah.
And now they're like fighting to get it back, and they're still have to develop Cyberpunk, slowing down all the development of their future games. And it's like, hopefully that doesn't happen, because I think if this screws up, it's inevitably going to delay Elder Scrolls beyond probably this console generation, which is probably going to be one of the shortest lived console generations if they don't start pumping out some games.
Yeah, it's just,
anyway,
I don't
man.
know. Hell yeah. Well, listen, we appreciate you calling in, man. And those pictures you sent were amazing. The behind-the-scenes pictures.
Oh yeah, the Halloween one.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. Anyway, have a good
man.
one.
Thanks.
And good show.
Take care. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I think you are really hitting it on the head in terms of the marketing. It's, lackluster and all that stuff. But honestly, I think the big red flag at play here is all the stuff they're trying to cram down our throats. The controllers, the freaking PC games card. Like, nobody wants that.
Well, the nerds do. I don't know.
I mean, they did this. I mean, they had like the cyberpunk gaming. I don't want to,
Yeah.
be the cyberpunk guy, but they had the
Well, I mean,
gaming
it's similar
chair.
because both are new IPs from a veteran or a well-respected developer. That's why it's similar more so than people think. It's like Cyberpunk was a new IP for CD Projekt Red. This is a new IP from Bethesda, and it's like both are massive games, massive undertakings, very ambitious games, and that's why we make the comparison so much in here. It's because, well, the marketing is kind of similar with the merchandise push. New IPs from respected studios, and there's just a lot of unknown and a lot of mystery surrounding. So,
I mean, it kind of goes
It's
both ways.
over.
You could say, oh, they're pushing this too hard. It's they're trying to take away some
Beyond
attention
the
away from
Truth
the
speaker
game
super
and
chatted
consume all
£4
these
and
new products.
99
But
pence.
you could
Mac
look
and
at
I
other
have bought
companies and be
premium
like, hey,
upgrade for
when
Starfield,
Zelda
so
Tears of
day one
Kingdom
Game
came out,
Pass, Sept
Nintendo,
1.
they
Also
freaking,
marketing in UK is
switched
just only on
Joy-Con case,
Lucasade
console,
bottles.
this, and that was a fine game. So, I
Right.
mean, it kind of goes both ways. I
well,
don't
yeah,
know
but
if it's,
Zelda's been
I
around
don't
for
know.
40 years, 35 years. It's established. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
it would be impossible for a new Zelda game to come out and be absolute abysmal. I mean, obviously you got contrarians, and I'm not saying everyone has to like. I don't even like the new Zelda game. It's just I'm not. I'm not a baby. I don't play those games. That's
Well, yeah,
if you're
true. They could
35
come out with
plus, if you're 40 years old playing those games, I don't know what to tell you. It's just it's a game for
yeah,
babies.
they
I
could
mean, it's just, and I didn't grow up with those games,
they
so
could
it
come
doesn't
out
do
with
much for me. But
like the collector's edition. They
yeah.
can come out with a statue tomorrow, and people will be in line to buy it and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
So
Well, Nintendo's
that's a
big on
fair
the.
point.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Just
Hell
wanted
yeah.
to call
Appreciate you
in
calling in, man.
and
Take care.
love the show, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, take care.
All right, we're gonna plug in the external battery here. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to wind this one down. So I haven't tried this out yet. We're gonna plug in the external battery. If it doesn't work out, we got to switch audio connections. Then we will be wrapping this up. So if it doesn't charge the battery, then we're going to have to wrap this up because we do have low battery. So I'm gonna switch over here and give me 1 second. Let's switch up. Hello. All right. Hello, 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 hello. There you go. All right. Says we're plugged in. I don't know if that's going to charge it, though. We'll see. So if you want to call in, we will be continuing calls here shortly. See if that Xbox fanboy calls back in. You guys love that Xbox fanboy. Dude, if this were on PlayStation, they would be shilling it. I'm not going to lie. It's at 10%. If it goes down, then that means it's not charging. It's at 10% now, so keep that in mind. And we'll keep an eye on that. If it goes up, then we're good to go. All right, 818-824-4937. Eight 818-824-4937. All right, let's just take this guy's call because he keeps calling in. Hello, you're on the air. How did you figure out how to... Hello, you're on the air.
Michael.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Yeah. Can you make me coon, please?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not charging it. It's literally going down. It's not working. Says it's plugged in, not working. Sad. Yep. Well, it's not strong enough. So we got 9%. We could take maybe one last caller here. One last caller, and then we're going to have to wrap this up because the battery is not being charged. And we lost all of our viewers. They left after the THQ showcase. Couldn't handle it. I don't know what to tell you. Well, we're going to wait for one last caller. If not, we'll wind it down. But the number is going down, so couldn't tell you. Why is it not charging? The portable battery broke. No, we brought a different one because I didn't charge the other battery. This one doesn't work. Which I figured, but I wanted to test it out anyway. We don't need to extend it anyway. We've already exhausted our talking points. No one's calling in, so... we'll come back later, more than likely, with the gameplay stream, but I don't think we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 because you guys can't handle it. You've made it very clear that you don't want to see it, and no one can help me with the game, so... whatever. 818-824-4937. Hello, you're on the air.
Mike, it's low key, man. I'm gonna end the show with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the show with this. Listen, when you're a giant, you don't have to make a lot of noise because people see you. Simple as that, man. Moving the wheels.
I can't believe there's so many fanboys in here of this game. I really can't, bro. Like, we're blinded by the hype. We're spending $300 on this fucking game. Like, I cannot believe this shit. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, we don't even know what the core gameplay loop is going to be. It could be just roaming around, selecting a planet, going to the planet. Like, how do you know you can even fly in space? Yeah, you can fight in space with your spaceship, but can you just roam around in space? Hell, we don't even know that. And if we do, someone correct me. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, I cannot get over the fact that there's not an Xbox Series X Starfield edition. I want to buy a console. They're not making one for me.
Well, that is a good point. They did.
I mean, think about it. They announced a fucking chair at QuakeCon yesterday. They announced a GPU by AMD.
Yeah.
There's no fucking custom Series X. It's absurd.
Well, I mean, that is interesting. You would think they would go all out if they're doing all of that, and that is kind of crazy. This is their biggest game.
Halo Infinite, they got a custom Series X.
Really?
These shitty games are getting custom Series S consoles. They couldn't even make a custom Series S console.
Well,
it's ridiculous. Absolutely disgraceful.
Holy fuck! Maybe they're waiting until the reception and then they'll release it, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. I was thinking it was going to be like Nintendo with the Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I thought, okay, they'll wait till a month out to announce it, get it on here, and get it going. They just never did. They didn't make it. Todd Howard couldn't be bothered. Phil Spencer couldn't be bothered.
Dude, and that's a missed opportunity. That's a missed opportunity because the Series S is white, and that goes with the fucking theme. Like, that shit would have been, you would think.
Exactly. And that controller is great. No shade against the
controller. Imagine
the
buying a
headset.
Series S fucking customized or even a Series X with that controller, like pair it right up. Like, yeah, you would think they would put out a special edition console.
Yeah, and so I don't know what that tells me about the quality of the game. I don't know what that tells me about the confidence that they have in Starfield, but it's disappointing. It's disappointing. I want a reason to give Phil Spencer money, and he does not give me one.
Yeah. Well, that's something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, anyway, Mike,
Hell yeah,
have
man.
a great day.
Take care.
I'll be calling in more regularly. Have a
Take
good
care,
one.
man. There's ants all over. Yeah, there is no limited edition console for Starfield. That is interesting. No, I believe it is on the back of the box if you buy a Series X, but there is no custom themed Series X or X. I don't think you can fly between systems. Oh, Lord. Okay, so what do? Just select a planet and then it goes to the planet? I don't even know what I don't even know what the fucking game is. That's why because they haven't shown it. They haven't shown it. It's a problem. Yeah, hello, you're on the air. It's a windstorm out here. Holy shit. Must be a storm coming.
Hello, you're on the air. It's Michael Myers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, that game you know is shit.
Yeah.
Games that were the games that were kind of sort of worth the shit, they didn't even show.
Exactly.
And the rest of the games were just like slop. Like, what's up with all these fucking gaming companies, dude, not showing their game, bro?
I don't know.
What's wrong with people, man? Don't they want people to get hyped?
Well,
I
it's
don't
the
understand.
polar opposite of the film, the movie business. I mean, Halloween Ends. We saw the whole fucking movie before it came out. You know, the trailer, TV spot, blah 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 blah. And that's a little horror
Yeah,
movie. It's not like a fucking Marvel
but
movie.
they duped us. They made us believe that was going to
Well,
be
yeah.
that big
Well,
deal.
yeah. Well, I mean, well, that's how you got to sell it. You can't.
I hope Starfield ain't that way.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're cutting around. They're not showing the tech. You know, presumably some of the technical issues. That's why there's no uninterrupted gameplay. I'm not saying that's true, but yeah. I mean, the marketing is going to show you what they want you to see. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think Starfield is probably going to have a good amount of bugs day one.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's going to definitely have frame rate issues. Anyone saying otherwise is not looking at it.
Yeah,
Oh
because I went
shit.
back and checked out some clips of that video in 4K when you said that earlier, and I did notice the frame rate. I did, and I mean, it's just sad, man. We're in fucking 2023. This is supposed to be the future of gaming, and we're at an all-time low.
It's over.
I'd have never thought that gaming would have been this way 10 years ago. No way in hell. But that's all I wanted to say. Moving the wheels, Michael.
Oh yeah. All right, we got to wrap the show up. The battery is going to die here. We're having severe problems. So that is going to do it, folks. That is going to do it. Unfortunately, no new news on Starfield. But hey, it is what it is. So as we get closer to the Q&A, we will obviously have more new, hopefully, tidbits of information and get things a little bit more, get some questions answered, hopefully. So, at the very least, we might have that on the 16th of August, which is next week. So until then, there probably won't be any new rumblings on Starfield. So it's just a matter of patience, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully this game does well. Hopefully it is everything it is cracked up to be, because we do need something to sink our teeth into in a way that makes sense from a veteran studio. And it's been how long since Fallout 4? A long time, a very long time since Skyrim. So yeah, this is it is a big game. Unfortunately, the marketing, in my opinion, is just not kind of treating it like a big game. This is launch month. You would expect something a little bit more here. We're not getting that for whatever reason. Obviously, there's no doubt going to be a marketing push soon, but it's just not right now. And I just don't see how that's beneficial to the product. But what do I fucking know, right? I'm not on the team. I'm not in the marketing department. So nonetheless, we're just going to have to see how this one ultimately unfolds. Yeah, there is no custom console, at least right now, for Starfield. And you would think that they would, a custom Series S console would look sick with that controller, bro. We're done with it. You've had plenty of time to call in. I'm ending the show because the battery's going to die. I can't even get this to fucking close. So that is going to do it. Starfield releases in 20 days, early access anyway. And we will see how ultimately the cookie crumbles. That is going to do it for now. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over.